let's get it moving. Here we go. Wait for that to come on. Oh, geez, that was quick. Hey guys, how you going? Today on BKRsport, we're here for the Saturday games. Yes, it's going to be a big day of 3 games to come. We've got this Sydney Roosters versus New Zealand Warriors game here at Allianz Stadium in Sydney. After this one, I believe it is the first game, which is the Dolphins versus the Raiders at KO Stadium there at Redcliffe. And then the last game of the night is the Melbourne Storm taking on the Canterbury Bulldogs in Melbourne. So, yeah, 3 big games here today. And we're still obviously trying to work out the season. Everyone is... Sorry, that's a little bit far away. We're still trying to work out the season. Everyone is... I guess it's kind of confusing how the season has started because there has been a lot of... You know, the Cowboys aren't where they were. Obviously, the Broncos have started well, but then again, they kind of usually do start quite well. The Roosters lost to the Dolphins. You know, the Titans, buddy, won last week. Everyone's all over the shop. So now I'm going to watch Steve Roach here. Buddy dear me. Now I'm going to look at Blogger Roach on the screen right now. But yeah, look, overall, it's just it's a great season so far. Everything's close. Everything's down to the wire. Even that game, Sharks at Eels yesterday, that was the best game of the season so far for sure. It was just incredible, man. And I'm just really excited to see how this unfolds. You know, don't take too much notice of individual performances until about 5, 6, 7 rounds in after you get a good, amount of games to take an idea of. But this one here today, guys, between the Sydney Roosters and the New Zealand Warriors. Roosters obviously coming in off that loss to the Dolphins in the opening game there at Suncorp. Roosters usually suck in the opening game, so it wasn't a... It's a massive surprise because of who they play, but it wasn't a surprise in regards to the fact that they did lose that game, and as convincingly, effectively, as they did. Obviously, the Warriors, on the other hand, they got a win in New Zealand against the Newcastle Knights, but looked pretty poor as well. Like, it wasn't like there was a great deal of oomph about them at all. It was against the Newcastle Knights, who gave away 6 against galore and penalties galore. The Knights didn't look great at all there. So, look, we're going to need to see a lot more out of the Warriors today to get themselves off to a 2-0 start, which they haven't done. I think they've done once in like the last 10 seasons or something like that. And they come up against a team in the Roosters that are going to need to bounce back from such a poor effort against the Dolphins at Suncorp, and especially with them being at home. I find it tough to go past the Chooksters here, lads. I really do. But, guys, let's get into the 2-team lineups, and then we'll get into the chat. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get into it. So, for the Roosters here today, Ben Thomas and Joey Manu come into the team. Joey Manu, obviously a massive in, with Matty Lodge and Victor Radley going out of the team. So, a lot of people saying, oh, look, Victor Radley's out of the team. That means the Warriors are going to win. Okay, well, cool. They're just going to replace and bring in Joey Manu instead. James Tedesco is the fullback as the captain. And Daniel Tupou is alongside Jackson Paulo on the wings. Joseph, I went to say his full name there. Joseph Suaalii is in the centres alongside Joey Manu, with Luke Keary in the 6 and Sam Walker in the halfback. You've got Lindsay Collins and Fletcher Baker as the props, with Brandon Smith in that number 9 role. That is a huge role that we're going to need to see a lot more improvement out of as well, because obviously all pre-season long, ever since the signing, I thought that was a very interesting sign to let Sam Verrills go to bring in Brandon Smith. I didn't rate it as highly as everybody else did, and he didn't do too well in that first game, but obviously there was only one game, so let's see if he can bounce back here today against the Warriors. Ian Butcher and Nat Butcher are the 2 back rowers, with Nafahu White as the lock. You've got Jake Turpin, Drew Hudson, Terrell May, and Ben Thomas on the interchange, and then Corey Allen is the 18th man replacement. So, pretty fine Roosters team there. Don't know why people would go away from the Roosters just because Victor Radley's out. I don't think that is a game-changing out. I think that's a solid out, but in the same sense, the Roosters probably don't get a sin bin today, which does help them and their cause. Moving over to the Warriors now, you've got Bailey Sirenen coming in with Freddie Lussick going out. The fullback who played absolutely unreal last week. He was the really big shining light for the Warriors. Charles Nickel Clockstar in the fullback. You've got to love to see that. Edward Cosey and Marcelo Montoya are the wings, with Braden Williami and Adam Pompey in the centres. Overall, that back line, the fullback and the wings are pretty solid. Edward Cosey, a lot of room for improvement. Obviously, they would rather Dallin Watene-Zelezniak there. But I don't mind the back line here, the Warriors, except for their centres. Tamari Martin is the 6. Sean Johnson is the 7. Okay. Adam Fanua-Blake and Mitchell Barnett front row. Wade Egan into the number 9. Jackson Ford, incredible game last week against the Knights. And Murata Niokore, they are the back rowers. Tohu Harris, as the captain, is the lock. Dylan Walker, Bunty Afu, Josh Curran, and Tom Ale are the interchange, with Bailey Sirenen being the 18th man replacement. So, look, yeah, I know I want the Warriors to win this game. I would love to see the Warriors win this game, but I do see the Roosters bouncing back pretty heavily from last week. If they don't and they go 0-2, that would be a disastrous start here for the Roosters because they were expected to easily be 2-0, beating the Dolphins and then beating the Warriors. That was meant to be a pretty clean start for them. Who's their next game as well? Who is their next game? They take on the Rabbitohs next Friday night in Sydney, so that won't be an easy one. Well, they've had their 2 easy games here, and the Dolphins and the Warriors, and then they get the Rabbitohs, the Eels, the Storm, the Sharks. Oh my God, the next 4 games are quite difficult. So yeah, that's going to be... They're going to need to win this game. The Roosters really need to win this game to get their momentum back on course. But guys, let's go have a look at the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. And don't forget, I will stream all 3 games today. But tomorrow, there will not be any streams because I will be flying down to Sydney for the Titans versus Dragons game. Which will mean as well, I do miss the Tigers versus Knights as well. But let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. All right. Plenty of people here ready to go. Governor Riff Raff says, let's go no Warriors. T. Ricky says, Sapello talking like he knows Mount Smart. Oh no, what's he done? His message retracted, so I can't even see what he said. Jai says, I hope the Roosters lose because what that fan did. Nah, listen, no. I'm not having this. Look, obviously, the kid's young. He's made a mistake, and he will face the repercussions for that mistake. What he said was incorrect. What he said is not something that you are allowed to say, and I absolutely feel that he deserves to have the punishments that he will undeniably be given, right? I just want to clarify that before I say what I'm about to say. However, now it's time to, let's not just vilify this kid for the rest of his life. Again, a lot of the time when you're that age, the people around you are influencing how you are. I'm not saying to take any accountability away from that person because they will receive the vilification for that, right? However, let's not just continuously hound them now after we know they're going to be dealt with accordingly, right? So mental health is a big thing. I know what was said was wrong, but let's now stop hating on this individual. Hopefully they can rectify themselves. Hopefully they can see the world in a different light and actually just have respect for human beings regardless of colour. That's what I'll say here. But I don't want... And I think that Nico Hines has actually said something on a similar light to this in regards to this Roosters fan. The kid was like 11 years old or 15 years old or whatever, right? Yes, should know better, but let's move past it. Let's move past it. And also, it's not the Roosters fan base as well. Every fan base has morons. Every fan base has morons. Stephen Curry Edit says, how far do you think Rabbits go? I think they'll do pretty well. Mevedith says, hey Blaze, hello mate, how you doing? Mevedith says, I've come back from a very horrifically disappointing performance from the Cows last night. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Petahiku was very not great last night. He was not great. Cowboys just were bland and flat, but it's only 2 games in, man. Don't sweat it too much just yet. There's still plenty of time to go here. Still plenty of time to go. Brighton says, good signs if Blocker's doing the pre-speech. He's likely not commentating. That's what we want. That's what we want, Brighton. That's what we want. He's a smart man, the old Brighton. And he's on a 2-0 streak right now with the Broncos. So I tell ya. Oscar Millington says, what team do I go for? Am I going for in this game? I'm tipping the Roosters. I don't really care who wins because I'm a Titans fan, but I'm tipping the Roosters. I would prefer the Warriors to win because it would be great for the competition to see New Zealand being successful, and it would really gain some traction in New Zealand fan base and whatnot, because a lot of the time, Warriors fans don't like to kind of get around there. There are true Warriors fans, but a lot of the time, Warriors fans like to distance themselves from the team when they're not doing well, which has been, I guess, the last 10 years. But in 2011, everyone got together. So I would love to see New Zealand do well so we can see that back. Jesse says, Manu is back today too, but Radley is supposed to be out. Up the Chookies either way, let's go. Wood says, went with Tenny as captain. Again, he better do something. I had Tenny as captain and Supercoach last week. He burnt me, so I went Karen Murray, and he burnt me as well. You know? So, we're all over the shop here. What's going on here? My KO just started to skits out there for a second then. No idea why. There you go. It's working again. I don't know what happened just then. Jared Ford says, Warriors. Mevedith says, honestly, I don't blame you for being mad at him. I'm mad as well. T-Ricky says, BK, you're a legend. Appreciate you, T-Ricky. Yanni Mevedith says, hello, mate. Get around the chooksters today. Leo Borsak says, Warriors at 50, Roosters 12. Good luck, mate. And good luck. Good luck with that one. Governor Ripper says, I got nothing to come back with. Fortress of failure. My goodness me. Sabella says, Chooks 13 plus money to enter season 2023 with a bang and bag of brace, and Wise to go home with a sore Budu again. You know, I'm a big fan of the old Warriors, Isabellu? You know, I'm a big fan of the old Warriors. Brendan Westland getting around the Chookies. Jai says, Warriors only started 2-0 once in 13 seasons. There you go. Yeah, that was it. I think I said 10, but we'll go. Yeah, well, there you go. I was close enough. Mate. Christopher Stevens getting around the Waz. Axel Girl says, who should I tip? You should tip the Titans. Memphis says, yeah, I'm now moving away from that match now. I would recommend doing so too. Young Memphis says, we need to bounce back today after last week. I don't even know why I'm reading timed out comments. I'm just all over the shop. We need to bounce back today after last week. Yes, and I believe we will bounce back and you will win 13 plus. But I would prefer the Warriors to win and shake up the comp. But I'm honest with you guys. I think this Roosters team is actually relatively overrated. But I still think they win this game. And I still think they're, I put them in 5th place pre-season. I could still definitely see them around that point. Jesse Hampson said, it's crazy how good the Warriors side sounds on paper. Wonder how they generally go in 2023? Nah, bullshit. What? What you mean? Their side looks okay on paper. It's okay. What you mean, how good it looks on paper? Charles Clockstar's great. Edward Cosey, Braden Williame, Adam Pompey, Marcel Montoya, decent. Tamari Martin, decent. Sean Johnson. I guess on paper, his name is still regarded what he was, 10 years ago. But, nowadays we know what he's like. But I guess on paper, Adam Blake, yeah. Wade Egan, he's okay. Mitchell Barnett, Jackson Ford, yeah. Miranda Niokore, it's okay. Tohu Harris, he's solid. Dylan Walker, solid. Bunty Afor, Josh Curran, solid, and Tom Ale. Yeah. I'm not too sure what you're looking at there. I think it looks okay on paper, but I wouldn't say it looks that great. And I think Warriors fans could probably back me up there. Memphis says Para vs Sharks though. Wow, that was a match. That was a fantastic match. Yeah, it was incredible. Trucking down says Jay to a good start. Jay's slapping him early. Slap him down early. Slap him. Teach him what's going on. Get Washington. That says Roosters 38, Warriors 4. Roosters bouncing back. Pick Volcom over Johnson. I would pick anybody over Johnson right now. And again, I love what Johnson's provided the Warriors in the past, but come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, I think that he needs to work with the team, not in the team. I just think that his time is done. He's got to let these kids take over now because I think that he really hurts this Warriors team. Last week wasn't great from him either. Brian says, coming to Wilds, get the W. Jared Ford says, be warm, blaze, and ready to talk up some real smack. Come Warriors, we're despo. Prepared for me. But I can slap you down. You can't slap me. We've beaten you the last 4 times in a row. One of which was 44-0. So I don't know if you're ready to talk shit to me, son. Oh, no. Don't be talking shit to me. Nate J says, the last 3 times they've bet on the Chooks, they've lost. That includes last week. I backed him again today. You've been warned. That's a warning that I'll take. That is a warning that I'll take there. Brendan Westing says, yeah, in all honesty, it's starting to look like 2016 all over again for us. Missing key players early and struggling to make up for it as the year progresses. Look, yeah, okay. Look, I think there's a big loss that Angus Crichton is out, but in the same sense, everyone's got injuries, bro. Everyone's got injuries. Roosters fans in the last couple of years have really tried to kind of latch onto this injury stuff. I understand they had a really poor year 2 years ago in regards to injuries, but overall, their injuries aren't as bad as other teams. Let's put it that way. This year, anyway, specifically. There's no real excuses for this Roosters team. They've got a decent enough team. I just think that the plays that they have are actually relatively overrated as a consensus, rather than just the individuals and whatnot. Not sure this could have done better at fullback than Hiku. No, I don't know about that. I'm glad we don't have to deal with him today. But the Warriors have run into the field here, guy. Beautiful day in Sydney. Hopefully tomorrow is the same, because I will be at Cogra. Hopefully tomorrow is the same. But hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new out here. Let's get it, baby. Ooh. Memphis says, what do you mean the Warriors are great in paper? Yeah, I disagree with that one. Governor Riff Raff says, Kiwis, we have a strong relationship with the Warriors. Publicly love to hate. Secretly, we love and want them to succeed. I would agree with that one, Governor Riff Raff. I think the Warriors fans, New Zealanders overall, would love to see the Warriors successful, but also will publicly hate on them and shit on them. And I get the understanding of it. I get the reasoning of it. You've also got other sports, like another sport that you're very good at in regards to rugby union and Super Rugby, that gives you that leeway to kind of push the Warriors aside and say, you know what, hello Crusaders. But yeah, look, I think that most people want the Warriors to succeed in the North Island. A lot of the South Island disagree, though. A lot of the South Island seem to kind of want their own team because they don't want to be regarded as the Auckland, which is effectively what it is. The Auckland Warriors is what they say. Who says we have no one turn up the Chooks games? Zapello says, where is knowledge? Where can knowledge be? We hit him from the channel. Justin Barton says, Bulla Bulla. Unfortunately for my Warriors, our best 17 is okay. It's once the injury set in, our outer squad likes a bit. Yeah, I agree. But the Warriors have kicked the ball off now, and the Roosters will start off here with the ball at the 8. And it will be Fletcher Baker who brings out at the 15. I think the biggest notice that I've had about the Roosters this year is they lack depth. They lack the depth in comparison to previous years for the Roosters. They're a very successful team. They will get themselves by. Trent Robbo is one of the best coaches in the game, probably third best coach in the game behind Craig Bellamy and Wayne Bennett, and then Trent Robbo, and then you'd probably say Ivan Cleary, especially after 3 grand finals in a row, 2 of which were grand final wins for the Panthers. Third tackle for the Roosters at the 45, and Sammy Walker gets the ball inside the attacking half already, 45 metres out from the Warriors line. I just don't see the depth options for the Roosters as much as I have in previous years, that no matter what, it's the next up mentality. Chance here, good take there by Edward Cosey, but that was Joseph Suoliti running through there for the Roosters. Christopher says the other key player you're missing is Angus and Victor Radley, but yes. Tempest CS says Warriors 12 plus. Adam Finnell Blake gets a try. Okay, good luck. Oh, gets first try. Well, I'd be paying a lot. There, Tempest. Savella says the Warriors need to be renamed to the Worries because you can never feel confident backing them in. A lot of people call them the Warriors, as in the Warriors. So 4 tackle now for the Warriors. It is the 42 metres out from their own line, and Jackson Ford's on a bit of a wobble here. I hope he's alright. Oh no, that's going to really screw fantasy, eh? That's going to screw fantasy because he's going to have to come off for a HIA, I reckon. I reckon he's going to have to come off for a HIA. He looks like he's wobbling around a bit. Oh, knock on Warriors. Welcome home, New Zealand. Welcome home. You haven't missed much. This is what happens, but... Oh! HIA for Jackson Ford. The shoulder went into the head there. Probably should have been a penalty for the Warriors. Bugs says, nah, Ashley got to go. Way more weaknesses than strengths in this game these days. Love what he's done in his career, but too many holes in this game these days. Bug, you're absolutely spot on, man. You're spot on. I've been saying it for a long time. I've been saying since he left the Sharks, Warriors fans were excited about him coming home, and I was like, he's getting older now. The main part, and I say this every week, but that's because it is a new stream. I may as well bring it up again. He is still playing. The main part of SJ's game that he had found so much success in was his speed, was his elusiveness, and was the way that he just was able to be nifty around play the ball and just kind of get away from you. Nowadays, he's older, he's slower, and his kicking game's trash. Like it is, his kicking game's not that great. He's had such success in his history and in his career, but it's just not it anymore. And I think that he is hampering the Warriors, not helping the Warriors right now. Roosters with the ball here, second tackle. They're going to be 35 minutes out here from the line. Only 2 minutes in, Warriors make that knock on, and now the Roosters are going to be on the attack. Looks like a beautiful day in Sydney, though, I tell you that right now. Sammy Walker with the ball at 30, gets it off to Lindsay Collins, and Collins will be 25 metres out. I can't really see. Is that vanilla Coke you're drinking? God, no, mate. God, no. Left-hand side here, I was right, by the way. Oh, bad pass, but it's still going to come back here for Jimmy Tedesco, and James Tedesco will run this ball, keep pumping those legs, 15 metres out from the line, 4 tackle. It's like I have James Tedesco, my super coach, but I also don't want to score a great deal because that would hurt me that I took captaincy off him. Butcher here, 8 metres out from the line, 5th tackle. Can the Warriors hold them out here with the first set? If they concede here, it could get ugly today. Brandon Smith to Sam Walker. Sam Walker kicks it through. Good kick, good bounce. It will be a dropout. Good kick, good bounce. It will be a dropout. So Bentley said, I won my basketball game 19-18. I got 4 points. Nathan replies with, I had you for 5 plus. You cost me $50, mate. But well done on the win. You lost in money, Bentley. How dare you? You lost in money. Christmas 7 said, I dodged that Jackson Ford trap. No, Jackson Ford was never a trap. That's an outrageous comment to make. You've just gotten lucky there with a HIA. It has nothing to do with a trap. Jackson Ford was never a trap. He was going to make money, and then when Jazz Tavanga comes back there for the Warriors, then you probably get rid of him. Jackson Ford was not a trap, and based off this, is not a trap. It's just that unfortunately he got hit with a HIA because he got hit high. That's a silly comment to make. Really silly. So first tackle here for the Roosters. It's going to be 6 again for the Roosters, 25 metres out. Brandon Wesley says, watch Lindsay get put on report for that routine tackle. Yeah, but the shoulder does hit his head, mate. The shoulder does hit his head. Second tackle here for the Roosters. It's going to be... I'm not even too sure who that is. Who's the number 4? Is that Joey Manu? That's a weird headgear. That is Joey Manu. Third tackle now, 10 metres out from the line. 6 again for the Roosters. Warriors. This is what happened last week against the Knights. You're just lucky you come against the Knights. First tackle of the Roosters. But then again, if they can hold them out here, this would be great signs of the Warriors defense. Left hand side. Still pushing Egan Butcher. He'll be 1 metre out from the line. Second tackle here, 1 metre out. Egan Butcher rolls it back. Brandon Smith gets it off to Nafahu White. I don't know what White's doing. Nearly look like obstruction. 6 again, Warriors. Holy shit, Warriors. Holy shit. Come on, man. Please. Please stop giving away 6 against Warriors. They give it off Kiri to Walker. Walker here. Tedesco try time coming up for Daniel Tupou. No, sorry. That's going to be Jackson Paulo. Too easy. Warriors, you do this to yourselves, man. It's pissing me off. You do this to yourselves, man. 6 again, after 6 again, after 6 again, after 6 again, and every single 6 again was right just then. It wasn't the wrong call. It wasn't biased. It wasn't against... It just was what it was. It just was what it was. You gave away 6 agains because you were too fast off the line. It's just too easy right now. Roosters pass it out right-hand side, gives it off to Tedesco. Tedesco cuts out Manu, gives it off to Jason Paulo, and that's a try time to Paulo with an assist to James Tedesco. I want the Warriors to be successful, man, but it annoys me. It annoys me because they did that to themselves. Has anyone else noticed that all the teams do short dropouts? Yes, they do. I explained why last night. Bentley says, sorry, Nathan, missed both my free throws as well. Blake says, I need a big game from Teddy. Well, he's got a try assist there. Happy with that one. So there we go. That'll be 4-0 into the Roosters with the kick to come from the sideline. Spells says, Brighton, if the Chooks are any chance of playing finals, he really needs to find his best form again. 2 years of CTE protocols, understandably has the bloke not the same, but hope to see him stand up today. So who he's referring to is Luke Keary. So Keary came back from, I think it was an ACL or an Achilles, one of the two. Very similar time frames in regards to coming back from that injury. It is super unfortunate there, but he hasn't really come back from that. And I did say that at the time. I didn't really have belief in him coming back from it because of the way he plays. He's fine. He does the job, but he's just not at the elite level that he was in the past. And it's super unfortunate. But yeah, Keary has been quiet in the last couple of years because of that and also the CTE protocols. Jesse says, I haven't got the game open as I'm about to head off of work. Is Manu in a headgear as well as Keary? Yes, it's like white and blue. It's a white and blue headgear. Lucas says we can't give them 6 agains. Yeah, multiple times. Multiple 6 agains we're just given then. And on the line as well. Excuses, Aliens is typical Warriors. I hate that they're our team. Yeah, I know it's tough, bro. I'm a Titans fan. I know exactly how hard it is to support a team that struggles usually. But hopefully we've turned it around this year. But we'll see. So Walker here for the sideline. Good kick. That's a great kick. That's a great kick there from Sammy Walker. So it will be 6-0 here from the sideline. Slaps that one over 6 minutes in. But again, Warriors, you allowed that. And also the defense was shocking. But like Warriors, you allowed that with the amount of 6 agains you just kept giving up. Lager Ballsack says, only Daddy Crichton can wear headgear as a center. Look at Manu copying him. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is bloody Daz, mate, in disguise. Mevita says, Warriors are great on paper. No. Person says Warriors gave away 3 6 again in that set. Yeah, but they also they've given away 5 6 agains. 4 6 agains in the first 6 minutes of this game. That's nearly a 6 again per minute. That is 3/4 of the game so far. Warriors have given away 6 agains. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. It really is. Lucas says Keary and Walker should have swapped for last year. No, why? Dolphins fans, sorry, mate. I was late, got back from sparring. You should be sorry, mate. Third tackle here from the Roosters. They'll get this ball to the 30. Excuses Alien says, I could tell by the preseason that the Warriors were their typical selves, extremely inconsistent with no real structure. Well, so look at the team, man. Like, unfortunately, they're still forcing Sean Johnson in there. They haven't really changed a great deal. And people are relying on them winning games by their home games. And it's like, last year they won 1 out of 3 when they went back there. So, is it much of a fortress as people make out to be? So the Warriors will get this ball at the 10. That's where, and this is the thing, you look at the people saying the Warriors are going to do all right this year, they rely and bank on their home form. But what are you basing that home form on? Because when they've gone back there to 1 out of the last 3 times, outside that Knights game, we'll go 2 out of the last 4, but last season, it was 1 out of 3, and they struggled to get over the line against the Knights as well. And the Knights are one of the worst teams in the comp, and they were at home. So I just don't understand what that fortress vibe mentality is that people say. I thought they would do better last year when they went back. They didn't. They lost to the Titans when they're up by 14 points with 8 minutes to go. And then also lost to the Storm, by a decent amount. The only team they beat was the Wooden Spoon Tigers. That's my confusion in regards to this home vibe that the Warriors are meant to have this year. So, good luck to them. Again, they're in a very similar position to the Titans, but it's just their roster is really not there at the moment. It really isn't. But Josh Curran now, third tackle, gets the ball to the 30. Savelli says, Warriors must have chosen the second half to play well because they can only put 40 minutes together at any given time. You're not wrong. They probably do play well in the second half. Right-hand side, Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson at the back here to Nickel Clockstar. And Adam Pompey will get taken down to 15 metres out from the line here for the Roosters. Okay, let's see if the Warriors can do something on attack. Wade Egan goes out to the left-hand side. Johnson gives it out back to Tohu Harris. Good offload there from Tohu Harris over the top, at the wing. Marcelo Montoya. Don't go out at the sideline. Yeah, good choice there. He gets taken out to 5. He had to keep going to the sideline. He goes over for sure. So, good idea from Montoya. Now it's going to be Tamari Martin. It's an okay kick. Oh, Suwali'i has caught it. Wow. It looked like he dropped that one, but he does catch it. He does. Sam Walker's improving his goal kicking, and he is. Oh, look at that Warriors penalty. First tackle penalty. Brandon Westing says, better than giving away 6 against us. It's better than giving away 6 against us. I don't know what that means. Bloody hell, I'm blind. Looks like Bulldogs playing. Jerseys too similar to my blind eye. No, the blue is different. And they've got a bit of green on this one too, haven't they, for the Warriors? I don't understand the Warrior hype their fans give out. Their fans aren't the ones that give out the hype, bro. Their fans are not the ones who give out the hype. I don't believe it. Warriors fans will back their team in, but they don't say top 8. They are pretty realistic with their team. Warriors, their worst part of them as a group is that they blame the ref for every game. However, they're usually quite realistic about where their team is. Suwali'i, good run gets the ball to the halfway line. 10 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're around here. 10 minutes gone at Sydney Roosters 6-0. Tedesco gets his ball to the 40. Trying to get the offload, couldn't do it though. Third tackle here. Brandon Smith out to Sam Walker. They're making meters pretty easily. Gives it off to Joe Manu, and Marnie looks for the gap. He pushes off one. No, good tackle there from the other centre, not Adam Pompey. The other Warrior centre. Number 3. Puts that up there. Kiri. It's a good kick there, actually, from Kiri. Suwali'i chasing through. Whoa! Taken out. Oh, yeah, I was going to say it's a penalty. Suwali'i's been taken out there. I don't understand why the referee didn't give that immediately. It took him about 5 seconds, but Suwali'i was pretty clearly taken out there, so it will be a penalty to the Roosters. That was pretty clear there from Edward Cosey that he takes out Suwali'i. Yeah, he's not going for the ball. He's taken his path to the right. He's blocked him off, and then he's knocked him over. It's the right call. And Sean Johnson as well has actually knocked him into Edward Cosey there. But the referee not calling that a penalty immediately was wild. Lucas says the New Zealand media is who always hypes us up. Yeah, like, do you blame them, man? Like, at least they're hyping you up. Look at the Gold Coast. We don't get hype up media. We can look good, and yet we won't get hype up media. But the Roosters here, from 15 metres out to the left, about maybe 15 metres to the left, they'll be going for the 2 here to make it 8-0. I would rather New Zealand media bigging you guys up and then to fail than for, I guess, in the same sense, I don't know. I would rather the New Zealand media than what the Gold Coast media provides the Gold Coast. Because the Gold Coast media usually shits on us. Brandon Smith looks like he's injured here. Jesse Hampton says, Warriors fans scream, this is our year after winning 1 round against the Knights. So, no. That is kind of a piss take. I would say that Warriors fans are saying that because they are so used to other people saying that, and they take the piss out of it, you know. I find that a bit of sarcasm. I don't think the Warriors fans genuinely believe they win the comp because they beat the Knights in round 1. I just think it's a running joke with Warriors fans nowadays. It used to be like that, but then again, they used to be better. So Sam Walker here from the left-hand side will make it 8-0. 8-0. Cats the Best says, I'm a New Zealand fan. The news people say we will win the whole cup after just 1 win, then we lose the rest. It's so annoying. I don't think people are meaning it. I don't think they are. Brighton says, should the Wars look at Trindle as a potential new 7? I think it's a good shout. But then again, I believe they can put Tamari Martin into the 7 and then Luke Metcalf into the 6. But unfortunately, Luke Metcalf is injured right now. But I think that if they struggle in his first 4 games and then Luke Metcalf comes back, I'm putting Tamari Martin into the 7 and I'm putting Luke Metcalf into the 6. I called that a month ago. I said before in my breakout video on beginning of February, I said that's who my breakout player of the year was, Luke Metcalf at the Sharks. He was at the Sharks and now he's at the Warriors. I think that he should be their 6. And they played well together when they were in their trial. Keeping the faith, Ricky says, you always got to do it. Look at me. Look at me, you know. That's why I always feel for Warriors fans. Warriors, Tigers, Knights, and Titans. Us 4 teams. We're in a very similar situation. And Eels, you can put yourselves down here too. And don't worry, you'll be feeling it down here too soon if you keep playing the way you keep playing. Another says, Smith looking injured back last week as well. Kafusi laid a huge hit on him. Yeah, I saw that. That was a pretty big hit. Second tackle here for the Roosters. They're 25 metres out from their own line. Metcalf was one of the best players in the trials. Yeah, exactly, Christopher. And I was saying that I believe he was going to work really well with them. Completion rate. Here we go. This is a typical New Zealand thing. Completion rate. Roosters 100%. 67% completion rate for the Warriors. 100%. 67%. That tells you everything you need to know. 247 run meters for the Roosters, 81 for the Warriors. They haven't even made 100 meters yet. It's been 15 minutes. It's been a quarter of an hour, and they haven't made 100 meters. It's outrageous. Jesse says, I never really saw it as a piss tape, but then again, I've never physically heard them say it, just posted on Facebook posts, so you're probably right. Well, you'll get some donkeys that'll think they're right and whatnot, but majority of them take the piss. It's like when you hear me saying, the Titans are going to win the comp this year. I'm not here saying they're going to win the comp. Like, I'm backing my team in. Do I think it's impossible? No, I don't think it's impossible. But with that being said, I don't think it's going to happen. I can see us making the top 8, going maybe 2 rounds in, and then getting knocked out, and then getting that experience there. But overall, what would you rather? Would you rather Warriors fans come out and saying, we're going to come last this year? Would you rather them say, this is our year? I'm going to go with the positive. I'm going to say, Warriors fans, believe in yourselves. I know you're going to get disappointed, but you can believe in yourself. It's like Bulldogs fans. I understand where they're coming from, but in the same sense, Bulldogs fans are delusional. No. Bulldogs fans are different. They genuinely believe they're a top 4 team this year. And they've believed they're a top 4 team and going to win the comp for the last, 10 years. And they won a spoon when they said they were going to win the comp in 2020. So third tackle here for the Roosters. They're 45 metres out from their own line, right inside Nafahu, White to Lindsay Collins. And Collins now inside the attack and 40, fourth tackle. BK, do you think you'll trade out Cleary next week since he's going to lose a heap of cash? No, Cleary is a sit and forget. Tedesco offloads it. There was a tackle without the ball there. That should be a penalty. Yeah. Warriors, you're unreal. You are unreal to watch. That's another penalty, and he got taken out without the ball. Tedesco gets the offload, and that's a penalty. No, it's not a sin bin. It's a tackle without the ball. He doesn't deliberately hold him back for any other reason, but it is a penalty for sure. But it's not a sin bin, no. It's not. He didn't hold him back deliberately to prevent him getting the ball because he didn't know the offload was coming from Tedesco. He just kind of made that tackle there, thinking that the tackle was being made on Tedesco, and that was just going to be it. It's an unfortunate one there for the Warriors, but it was a penalty for sure. So Lindsay Collins now second tackle. Warriors, put your feet up. Grab a beer, grab a couple, grab a case because you're going to need it today. Keary here, left hand side. Oh, but they do lose the ball there. The Warriors will get the ball 5 metres out from their own line. Still, point remains, you're going to need a big one today. You're going to need a carton. Jesse says, I backed the Dogs against Manly last week with the mindset. I believe they've improved, but enough to beat Manly and not a chance. I got drawn into their bullshit. I got drawn into the Bulldogs bullshit again. Unfortunately. That's why I tipped the Dogs. It's hard to ignore a lot of the comments. When you see like a consensus of comments, whether it be on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or YouTube and with our comment section, it's very hard to ignore it sometimes because you are trying to go in with a non-biased perspective and see their perspective, but then also when it's as frequent as it is from Dogs fans, it's quite hard to ignore. Territory, 81% territory so far for the Roosters. 81%. I'd rather watch paint dry than the Warriors play. There are worse teams. There are worse teams. Sapella says, I heard different. I was told by a trustworthy source that the sun will explode and will experience a supernova before Warriors fans experience a grand final win. Deary me. Warriors fans, they can't get away from it, eh? They just can't. I'm assuming there'll be a 4 times 20 minutes quarters in this game. I'm not sure what the heat is like there, but maybe. I'm not sure what the heat's like. It looks like it could be quite hot. It doesn't look fantastic. Who's your best league player right now? I still go. I go Munster, personally. Some people say Tedesco, some people say Cleary. I think Munster, personally. Brendan Westling says, first error all game was just an unnecessary pass from Keary. Yep. I suppose I'm assuming that's right. Mexcuses Alien says, I'm switching team sport. I'll cheer for the Titans because you're my favourite sports channel. Appreciate you, man. You're going from one hard team sport to another hard team sport, penalty Warriors. However, Gold Coast is basically Auckland of Australia, so welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Desmond says, not being biased, but I reckon we finished top 17 this season. Yeah, the Dogs do definitely finish top 17. But Joe Manu with a high tackle there, and Wade Egan will receive the penalty for the was. If I was to answer that question, I'd have said Teddy, Munster, or Cleary. Take your pick. There's an argument for any of these three. Yeah. Cleary hasn't gotten off to a great start. Neither has Tedesco. And Munster, through a fractured finger last week, was able to hold out the win for the Storm. So I think that based off right this second, I would be going Munster. But with that being said, it's a tough one. We'll see tonight how much impact is going to be lost when Munster's not there. They've got half of their spine missing in Munster and Pappenhausen for the game against the Dogs tonight. So Dogs fans, if you think you're a legitimate team, you should be winning that game 13 plus, right? Cleary, Munster and Teddy are the top three best players, I reckon, yes. So left-hand side now gives it up to Adam Fanor-Blake. Fanor-Blake out the back to Tamari Martin, Josh Curran, and he'll get taken down 15 metres out from the line for tackle. I can't wait for another Munster Classic in Origin. Yes. So right-hand side, it's unfortunate for Dearden. Warriors should score here, Warriors should score here, Warriors should score here. Kosi. Oh, no, he's on the sideline. Oh, boy, that's good defense there from James Tedesco and Luke Keary. That was nice there from the Waz. The defense of the Roosters was a bit shonky. They came inside there, but Keary went out the back there because the winger was well and truly in, but Tedesco with the nice cut tackle, and Keary comes over the top as well and takes him over the sideline. That was nice. That was nice. James Pike says, Warriors need to repatriate their players, immediately become the best team. Let's settle down on the immediately become the best team. However, are you trying to say that you believe that it should be all New Zealanders playing for New Zealand? Is that what you're saying? Because let's just remember that New Zealand have won one World Cup out of 10. Australia have won the last 9. So let's not pretend like this is like Super Rugby, which is different, or Rugby Union, in which Australia still won 2 World Cups and New Zealand's won 3 World Cups, but still only one difference, even though we haven't won a World Cup in 20 years. So, yeah, let's settle down on the old immediately become the best team. But in the same sense, I would like to see more New Zealanders playing for the Warriors to really have that passion for the team for sure. So 40-20 attempt here from the Roosters. And the Warriors will get the ball from the 10. Bailey Phillips, I'd put Turbo in that convo if he wasn't off the field more than he was on. Yeah, Turbo's not in that conversation. He could have been, but he's nowhere near consistent enough. Warriors get the spot to the 30. 20 minutes to go here the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, penalty to the Warriors. Jared Ford says a bottle of Jim Beam, a dozen Cody's, and a hip flask of Bailey's may not get me through the first half. It probably won't, mate. It probably won't. You need a bit more than that one. Yanni Member says, good defence, lads. Lagan says, I think the Warriors will miss the 17 this season. You guys just like to kick the boot in, don't you? You really do. Like, they're having to watch this right now, and you're just kicking the boot and saying they're not going to make the top 17. Unbelievable. All New Zealanders playing for Warriors would be good for the game. It'd be great for the game, but in the same sense, it's not really viable. But it'd be great for the game. Brighton said, it's funny though that Reece Walsh obviously was at the Warriors, and then for some reason people started to think he was Kiwi when he's not. He's Aussie. So they are doing the water break right now. They are doing the water break. I do have a Pepsi Max in the fridge actually. I might just run and grab Pepsi Max, guys. Sit here. I'll be back in literally like 10 seconds. 1 sec. Pepsi Max, Pepsi Max, Pepsi Max. Funny story, I thought this was cans. So I thought I bought cans at the shops, and instead I got some little bottle thing. I got 12 of them. There you go. Where's Francis Turbo is? No, he's not. It's injured too much. No, he's not. Sorry. If he wasn't injured as much, he would be. Oh, Walsh is amazing. Walsh made now. Look at this. One game, and now we're going to all circle jerk Reece Walsh. Guys, the defensive issues are still there. He's the exact same player with the Warriors. He's at a better team. He's going to look better in this Broncos team for sure, but we knew this was him. He's not better now. He just is who he is. But you didn't see him get defensively tested last night. He was very good on attack. We know that, but in the same sense, it's one game, guys. Let's not pretend like Reece Walsh is now the best fullback in the game. It was a fantastic game. But, calm down. Settle. So, there we go. So, Sean Johnson kicks his ball at the sideline. I suppose it's Pepsi sponsor the channel. Sponsor the channel, man. Get around it. Brendan Westing says tackled after being tackled. What is that nonsense ruling, ref? Brendan, you seem to be complaining about the referees a lot in this game. I haven't had a single complaint about the referees so far. You actually have received a couple of quite beneficial calls. Yeah, Jay, trucking. Yep. Jay did that before he wouldn't have even heard me say, yep, Jay. Chris says, no, I meant he's like Neymar. Turbo's the Neymar of NRL. So third tackle here, they go to the left-hand side. Boo! Taking down 15 metres out. Fourth tackle, Toffel Harris. Alright, out to Sean Johnson. Come on, SJ. Off to Curran. Wrong pass. They throw at the back. Sean Johnson, wrong play. Fifth tackle now. 10 metres out from the line. Sean Johnson with the ball. Let's see his kick. Not a bad kick. Probably one of his better kicks in a while, but Joseph Suoliti is the one who grabs it. I'm sure you didn't, Joe. Brian says, how did the Warriors get back their intimidation factor they had in the 2000s? The thing is, though, the thing with the Warriors is that the reason why they were so intimidating is because they had the under-20s. And the under-20s comp, they were the best team in the under-20s comp before the Panthers took over a little bit later on. But the Warriors were a menace. If you guys are too young to remember the under-20s competition, the Warriors were nearly unbeatable. Like, they were just such big boppers. They had great depth coming through the ranks. That was a huge play in regards to, you know, them getting to that grand final in 2011. They had that intimidation factor. They need... like, when Gus Gould, unfortunately, had to leave and go to the Dogs rather than going to the Warriors in 2020 or 21 or whatever it was because of COVID, that screwed up a lot of things. And plus, they're also still recovering from having to live in Australia for the last couple of years. So, the Warriors... I can't see them winning a comp in the next 5 years. I really can't. I think there's a lot of things they're going to need to adjust in their organisation. And COVID is a big part of that, which is unfortunate, but it's also just kind of how it is. So the Warriors are a little bit away from it, but they definitely can get back to it being that way. Also, they need to start rivaling Rugby Union for their talent more, because I know Tahuri Orangi. You know, I know when I had my conversation with it's a knock-on from the Warriors, and now the Roosters are away. Ball the 45. I've spoken to Tahuri Orangi before, and basically he said he was going to be a rugby league talent, but the Union snagged him. So all the best talent goes to Union over there, and it just kind of is what it is. You need to sort that factor out. Because there's no real solid pathways for Warriors right now. They go to the Melbourne Storm, or they'll go to the Broncos, or they'll go to Super Rugby teams like the Crusaders, the Highlanders, the Hurricanes, the Chiefs, Blues. It's not enough pathways, but COVID's a big part of that. Yes, James Pike, that is the current top 8. That is the current top 8 on the left-hand side. So first takeover of the Warriors at the 40. It was a knock-on for the Roosters. Sapels Trucking is handing out tickets to the timeout by Truck and Show, left, right, and centre. Get it up, yeah. It was Jay. That one was Jay, but the same sense. Trucking, he lurks around, mate. You say something dodgy, he'll slap you faster than you can bloody... you know, ask for moderator like every other 15-year-old. Jack says Titans have had the easiest fixture. Oh, really, Jack? Oh. Third tackle. Warriors here. They get his ball to the 30. They've played one game. This guy's like, they've got the easiest fixture. And yeah, you probably tipped the Tigers, eh? That's a penalty to the Warriors. Penalty to the Warriors. That's what I love about people, eh? They tip the opposition team and then they say, you had the easy game. It's like, well, why'd you tip the opposition team then? Jackson's Titans have no history. Broncos better. Hey, big boy. Hey, tell me how many premierships you've won since we're coming to the comp. 0. So have we. You're down here with us, baby. Gone is the history of the Broncos. Well done on your 2 wins, which I tipped you last night, by the way, and tipped the Reece Walsh breakout this year. But you've got the most recent wooden spoon. You've actually you've actually won a spoon more recently than you've made the top 8. So just want to throw that one out there. You've also won no premiership since we've been in the comp. Neither have we. And I don't know what you're trying to do, because the history before the Titans came in has nothing to do with the Titans. So first take a look at the Warriors, 15 metres out from the line, left-hand side, Torquil Harris gives it off Sean Johnson, Josh Curran, 10 metres out of the line. Lucas, I think the Warriors are going to play more games around New Zealand in smaller stadiums because they'll sell out and the atmosphere will be great. I don't know about sell out, but they definitely will get good crowds for sure. Sean Johnson! That was peak Sean Johnson. That was peak Sean Johnson. Wade Egan with the try time. That was prime Sean Johnson just then. With the elusiveness, the step, and the pace, he gets the ball offloaded there to Wade Egan. That was what we want to see from Sean Johnson. That was what we want to see. Jake's rack off, mate. Broncos are better. Cry for me, little boy. I have free rent space in your head. I've got free rent space in your head. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I've got free rent space in your head. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But there we go. Warriors, Sean Johnson off to Wayne Egan. Try time for the boys. Try time for the boys. And now it's going to be 8 for the kick to come. Never said I don't understand why Jack is mad when Broncos have won both their matches so far and having to go at Titans. Like, why? Because we have free rent space. We have free rent space in his head. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Doesn't make sense. Glad I got some popcorn. Always good when you put a Broncos fan in their place. I don't even know why he's so triggered. I tipped the Broncos last night. I tipped them 1-12. So 14 minutes to go here the first half. And the Warriors do score, get themselves back in the game. It's not like they were out of the game, but that was what we want to see from Sean Johnson. Free try handed to them. Oh, I don't know. Sean Johnson made a pretty good play just then. He had to work hard to get it. And Wayne Egan followed through. It was nice. 461 from 609 career goals. Sean Johnson, 76%. It's not bad. Not bad. And he'll get this one too, because it's not that hard. Then again, I said that yesterday, and Reynolds missed one from this area, so probably shouldn't say that. Actually, the exact same spot. And he will get it. So it will be 8-6 here with 14 minutes to go of the first half. We'll see in 5 minutes, Blitzy. Enjoy. Enjoy your little rest. Alright. 14 minutes to go here the first half, and the Warriors put themselves within too. Are the Roosters showing their signs? Are they showing their signs of weakness? You know what? That Storm vs Dogs game, I hope it surprises tonight, eh? I really... Oh, Brand Smith's come off. All that hype. How'd it go? I don't mind Brand Smith. I just think that he was so overhyped going into this season. And geez, Warriors were a bit shaky at the back there. But the Warriors will bring it out to this 10. I will make note of something. The Roosters scored first against the Dolphins last week and got pumped. So, Warriors fans? Second tackle here for the Warriors. They get this ball out to the 22. Johnson better than Cleary plus Reynolds. Here we go. So left-hand side now to Josh Curran, and Curran will get this ball 35 metres out from their own line. Greg Munson, I've seen enough. Warriors win. Game over. Is this their good half or is this their bad half? Tell me, please. Tell me. Is this their good half or is this their bad half? Alright, Sean Johnson puts that ball up there. It's not a great kick. That's an easy one there for James Tedesco, who'll grab this one at the 15 and just bring it straight back to the 25. Chris says the Wars never give up. Disagree. The Wars, when they're down, won't ever give up, but when they're up, they can be very, very complacent. So, yes and no. But I wouldn't say the Wars are the type of team that I'd say never give up. I've seen plenty of times where they've been super complacent and lazy, but I've also seen plenty of times where they come back. That's why we call them a one-half team. We don't say a first-half team. We don't say a second-half team. We say a one-half team because we don't know which half it's going to come in. So the Roosters, but the Roosters will get this ball out to the 45, and geez, I don't even know half these bench options for the Roosters, eh? Right-hand side, Sam Walker kicks his ball into the corner, and that should be an easy take for Charles Newton-Clockster. James Pike says, can the Dolphins go back-to-back? They can. It's going to be an interesting game. We'll be streaming all 3 games here today. They definitely can. For the Raiders, it's not like it's impossible to beat the Raiders. Raiders would go 0-2 if they lose that. Dolphins go 2-0, which would be crazy. But I think the Raiders win, mate. I think that the Dolphins had their big game, their occasion game. However, this is also a big occasion game because it is their first home game at KO Stadium, which is Redcliffe, right? That was at Suncorp, their first ever game. This is their first game at their actual home ground, right? 40-20 attempt here. Not enough angle on it, though. And James Tedesco is going to have to bring it out. Goes himself. Good work. Brings it out to the 18. It is still another big occasion game. So I want to see them. I think that next week against the Knights is actually a trap game for the Dolphins. I think a lot of people, even if they beat the Raiders, I actually might tip the Knights. And the reason being is because that'll be their first away game. They won't have that support of all the Brisbane Broncos fans there. So, yeah, I think next week is actually more of a trap game for the Dolphins than this week against the Raiders. Now, a Wires game against the Titans where Matt Lodge had his temper tantrum. Yep, that's a good one. Oh, no, that's a bounce. That's an unfortunate bounce there for the Warriors, but they will grab it luckily enough. The bounce for the Roosters wasn't fortunate themselves. Yeah, I would say the Warriors game against the Titans where Matt Lodge had his temper tantrum. Also, Warriors game against the Titans last year in the game where we came back from 14 points down with 8 minutes to go to win in New Zealand, obviously. Dolphins fans says, come on, Dolphins. Dada says, I hope they show the tunnel at Cove Stadium. Oh, they'll show the tunnel, alright. They'll show the tunnel, don't you worry. But 4 tackle now for the Warriors, 45 metres out from the Roosters line. 10 minutes to go here, first half. Thumbs up, subscribe, bing, bang, boom. Oh, Marana Niokore gets crunched down about 33 or so. Chris says all the Brisbane Broncos fans. So that's what they are. You cannot tell me, you cannot make an argument that the Dolphins fans aren't Broncos fans. You can't do it. It's not possible. They're all Broncos fans. Last year, they were all Broncos fans. They've been the feeder club for that club for about 150 billion years. Like, Tedesco breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, still going at the 25. Brighton says, mate, I see those same traits in the Bronx. If we are leading the second half, we automatically go into a defensive mindset instead of looking to score not good at all. You said this last night, Brighton, Remember, they were very defensive-minded. You know, they were like park the bus minded rather than, go on the attack. Oh, no, don't say it at 6 again. No, it's not. 4 tackle here, 42 metres out from their own line. They go into the putt. Oh, no. That's knock on. That's knock on. It's knock on. It's a knock on. Hello, referee. Wow, that was a knock on there from the Roosters, but they didn't call it. That was a knock on there. So, not Kiri. That will be Sam Walker kicks that one out to the 10. That was a missed one there from the referee. Teddy loses his pants every week. Mate, who complains a bit of Teddy bum? Brandon? Who complains a bit of Tedesco bum Baruna? Actually, question. Is last year, who was the one we always celebrated when his pants came down? Was it Tedesco? Weird question to ask, but who was the one that we always celebrated when his pants came down the field? I think it was Tedesco, wasn't it? Teddy Bunda! It was the Teddy Bunda! It was the Teddy Bunda! Get around the Teddy Bunda! Don't complain, Brendan Wessling. Don't complain. At 67%, this is definitely their bad half. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, that's a penalty. Oh, he's calling knock on there against the Warriors. Oh, I think that this is going to be on the attacker here, so I don't think you challenge this call. It's unlucky, though. Let's have a look here. Montoya standing up, standing up. Yeah, it's a knock on. It's a knock on. Chris says it was originally George Rose. No. Shout out to the Sydney Warriors can win. Mate, they're only down by 2 points right now with 48 minutes to go. I would say it's a good shout. I still think the Roosters win this game, and I still think they win 13+. But with that being said, the Warriors have given an okay account of themselves. It's not like they've been good at all, but the Roosters have played, I guess, down to the level. But then again, they played like this last week too. They're out to the left-hand side. Good passing there. Tedesco gives it off to Daniel Tupou, and Tupou will be about 10 metres out of the line, still pushing. Tagging it down 10 metres out from the line. So right-hand side gives it off to Kiri. Kiri now to the number 17 here for, I think, is that May? Yeah, I think it's, is it Terrell May for the Roosters in the 17? They go left-hand side now. Kiri off to Suali'i. Oh, 3 metres out from the line. Sounds like you got a crush from George Rose. No, fair enough, don't we all? So right-hand side now, Kiri with the ball. Now, that's a man if I ever did see one. 4 tackle here. They get this ball 4 metres out from the line. 7 minutes to go here of the first half. They go out to Kiri. Kiri to Walker. Walker at the back to Tedesco. Tedesco to Manu. Manu's still going here. Oh, he nearly went underneath there. Fit tackle. This is where they're going to boot it up for Suali'i. You watch. This is where they put it up for Suali'i. Left-hand side. No, the pass was dreadful just then. And, oh, they've kicked it. The forward, the front rower, Lindsay Collins kicked that. Oh my God, no, it was close by, Warriors. How has it ended up being a dropout? Lindsay Collins has kicked that one, and how is that going to be a dropout? Oh, that's the first ever forced shot for Lindsay Collins in his ever. It's actually a good kick. Like, it actually is a genuine good kick. Look at the bounce on it. Bang, bang. Deary me. No, Manu did not play last week. Roosters looking sleepy. Roosters looking super underwhelming. Hey, remember when someone said, who said that Roosters fans don't turn up to games? We're looking at the same crowd or what? So they get this ball to the 30. There's your new halfback, West Tigers. Yeah, get Lindsay Collins in as your new halfback. Well, look at the Tigers. Try to look for Braden Trindle. Look for Trindle, man. But then again, they're so obsessed with Luke Brooks, it's outrageous. I honestly think that he's got naked pictures of Lee Pantelis and Justin Pascoe. He has to. He has to have naked photos of them. So right hand side here, Roosters with the ball. And they'll be 5 minutes out from the line. 4 tackle here. Oh, that's a 6 again. Oh, Warriors, what are you doing? Oh my God. Right hand side, Tedesco steps around again. He can't get away from that tackle though. 8 minutes out. Bit early, Blake. Wait for Mr. Sherman to commentate it. Yep. Oh, manu. No. Manu. Very close. Second tackle now. 3 minutes out. They give it out the ball to Keary. Lindsay Collins deserves a try. Won't get it though. He'll be half a metre short right now. Third tackle. 5 minutes to go here of the first half. Lindsay Collins rolls it back. They're going out to Suolii's side. Tedesco. Suolii was actually the decoy. And Tedesco taking down 8 minutes out from the line. 4th tackle. 8 minutes out here. A bit flat, this attack, though, man. It really is. Keary to Walker. Walker kicks it through for himself. And just flat. Truly, just flat. Terrible. Hey, this is terrible attack from the Roosters. Lucas says, we're better when we complete less sets, to be honest. What a mediocre attitude. Like, I'm surprised the Tooks haven't scored another try yet. Warriors are giving Sydney a lot of chances here. Brendan Wesley says not held back here. No way. No way. Yeah, Medvedev. Nah, it's interesting. The Warriors haven't been fantastic on defense. Like, they've been fine, I guess. They have been fine. Nothing spectacular, though. So they're going to whack this ball into the corner. But the Roosters have been super bland in regards to their attack. Warriors are all gassed. Oh, Tedesco. Oh! Missed tackle there from the Warriors, but unfortunately he gets tripped up. What was that, Walker? It was 4th, and nobody knew you were going to kick that. He was kicking it for himself, bro. He wasn't kicking it for anybody else. He was kicking it for himself to run through. So 19 for 21 completions for the Roosters, 11 for 15 for the Warriors. Only a 2-point game, though. Roosters 35 minutes out now. Walker better not even ever play for Queensland. Yeah, it was weird. Last night I saw a lot of people saying, oh, everyone's okay. Everyone's going to be happy with Sam Walker as 7 and Ezra Mam as 6 for the Queensland team going into the future. Oh, Tedesco. Oh, that's a high tackle. Oh, I disagree with that one. So we fit tailing the Roosters. I'm not confident in that pairing at all. Keary, Suoli'i offloads it, and they'll be 5 minutes out. That's it. Daniel says, do you think this year is going to be big for Queensland? Their team's looking good so far, possibly a non-Sydney Premier. It's hard because the Panthers will still be there. Sharkies look really good. I'm starting to actually put the Sharks as the power rankings number 1. I would nearly consider putting the Sharks as power rankings number 1. They looked good last night without their best player, Nico Hines. I don't think the Cowboys can win this year. I think there is a genuine chance. I don't think there's a chance that any team from Queensland actually wins this year, but I do think the Broncos will be up there. I do think my Titans will be in the top 8, obviously. I don't think the Dolphins make it. The Cowboys still make the 8. I do think there'll be 3 Queensland teams in the top 8 this year. I think if you're going to say who's the most likely to win the premiership out of the 3 of those guys, it would be the Broncos, but I can't see any 3 of those teams win the premiership just yet. But then again, we've only seen 2 games for the Broncos and Cowboys, and we've only seen 1 game for the Titans so far. Tedesco! Oh, he couldn't find the pass. So left-hand side here, and Manu will get this ball to the halfway point. Brighton says, Brooks just isn't a leader. I'm sure he would go well in a good team with the leader half by his side. I think that it's best for both parties for Luke Brooks to leave. I don't understand why the Tigers are forcing it, and he's forcing it. Like, it's best for both parties to leave. The fans don't like him. The team doesn't do well with him. Do I say he's a bad player? No, he's just not working with the Tigers. He hasn't worked with them since 2018. It's not out of dislike or hate. It's just out of, bro, he's not doing it. Suoli'i gets taken down 15 minutes out from the line. 5th tackle. I don't even think that Brooks needs to go to Super League. I think he could still work in the NRL. Oh, that's a try. Oh, knock on there from Jackson Paulo. No, it's a knock on. Oh, they call him penalty. Escort on Joe Martin. It will be a penalty here, the Roosters. So they've got a minute here. They might be able to score one try just before the game goes to half-time. Hey, Sharks are red hot. They look good yesterday, man. 30 points without the best player. Defensively have been average to start the season. 27 points given up and 26 points given up. But they obviously can score points. Alright, so Roosters now 5 metres out here from the line. 43 seconds to go in the first half. They'll go left-hand side to Lindsay Collins. Oh, 1 metre out from the line. Second tackle. Second tackle, right-hand side to Keary. Keary off Walker's crunched in the tackle by Josh Curran. Josh Curran gets absolutely slapped. He slaps Sammy Walker there. Off to Keary. Keary short ball. Nat Butcher, who was the flopper, came out of the line just then. Fourth tackle, 6 again, but it doesn't really matter because there's only 15 seconds left here. There's only 15 seconds left. They kick it through. That's offside. That's a knock-on against the Warriors. Doesn't matter. 7 seconds to go. Just, who's the goose? Who's the goose there? Jake Turpin. Well done. Jake Turpin, bro. Your job is not to kick the ball in that situation. Your job is to pass the ball. You have not been a good kicker. You are not a kicker. Please don't ever do that again, you muppet. But it is half-time at 8-6. The Roosters unconvincingly are winning 8-6. The Warriors are unconvincingly still in this game. Not the greatest quality of games, but a close game nonetheless. And we are getting close games galore this year. Guys, obviously hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Get around it. Get around it. Mevita says, would you say that the Broncos are the best team so far? With them beating the Panthers and not Cows, we still say Penrith. No, I still think the Broncos are below the Panthers long term. I still think the Rabbitohs are above the Broncos. I still think the Sharks are above the Broncos. This is exactly the thing we saw from the Broncos last year, and then they choked it away. And we've seen it many times before. They started off 2020 with 2-0 before they got the spoon. So let's just wait, man. Everyone needs to be patient, bro. Like, we've seen 2 games. We've seen 2 games, but they have looked good. But in the same sense, they will come up against tougher opposition than they came up against last night. Cowboys did not look great, and they haven't looked great. The Panthers win was more impressive for me than the Cowboys win. It was. A lot more impressive. A lot more impressive. Second time they've obstructed the chaser. Man, you love blaming the refs. Blitzy says Sharks are just really good players, that's why. Okay. That's why he went and got knocked out in straight sets last year. Garth O'Dowd says, to be fair, Sharks are playing power, doesn't matter. You can put that into there. You can put that into the equation. However, scoring 30 points against a team that I still think has some pretty quality players, which are Moses, Dylan Brown, Jermaine Hopgood, how good's he been? You know, but overall, the Eels are definitely showing that they are not the team of the last couple of years, and it is nerve-wracking for them. It is nerve-wracking for Eels fans, knowing they could be about to go into another rebuild. They could be. We were shit for most of that first half to nil. We aren't the best, that's for sure. I agree, Brighton. I'll give you the respect that is due. However, there is still a lot of kinks that need to be worked out, and the Cowboys have looked very flat to start this season. Jackson Ford and Smith combining for 12 points of fancy. How good? Yeah, but Jackson Ford, I don't believe, has come back from his HIA. Omid says I go for the Roosters. This game is good. Nah, this has been a shit game. Omid. But in the same sense, it's close. You know, well, it's good. But you wouldn't... If you're a Roosters fan, there's no way you're happy with this performance. And if you're a Warriors fan, you're happy that you're in the game still with how poor you've been. Two teams have been playing pretty poor in this game. But if you get the 2 points, then take the 2 points. Especially considering you're 0-2. I, as a Titans fan, actually want, I guess, the Roosters to win because then that would keep the Titans in third place. Because we haven't got to play our second game yet, and the Warriors have already won their first game. So if they won and went 2-2, then 2-0, they would be. It would be so bullshit to see the Warriors in the top 2. By the way, oh truly, it would be ridiculous to see the Warriors go tonight if they would win this game. Actually, would they go? Yeah, they could even go to 1. They could even go to 1 if they win by what is it? If the Warriors win by enough, they go to 1. Warriors would need to win this game by 6 points. The Warriors need to win this game by 6 points, go 1. I get Manly is technically in 1 because they've got the bye, so they've got plus 25 points differential. If the Titans beat the Dragons 13 plus tomorrow, they go to number 1 spot, despite the bye for Manly, which is crazy. Nawaka says Totondrua. I think we play today, don't we? We play the Crusaders today in Fiji. I'm pretty certain the Fiji and Drua play... Oh no, we're playing now. Yeah, 12-12. 12-12, Fiji and Drua and the Crusaders. Wow, close game there. I think it's in Lautoka, isn't it? Is that in Lautoka or is that in Suva? Yeah, Churchill Park. Yeah, it is in Lautoka. There you go. $1.50. $1.50. Well, his halftime score doesn't scream Roosters to me. It's because it doesn't, yeah. Why do you have Jackson Ford in your fantasy in the first place? It's a great selection, Mitchell. He had a great game last week. He's a good money maker. And he had a great game last week, yeah. So I understand from a non-Supercoach perspective, like if you're talking about like what a player looks like on the field, then yeah, you don't get him. But he had a -6 break even. I, luckily enough, did not put him as a reserve, though. Luckily enough. By the way, Bryce Cartwright, 58 points with a -14 break even. It's not bad. Luckily, only 19. Shogun. Chancellor Clock starts only on 12. Tedesco's already on 51. That's nice. That's nice there. Make-up game from last week. Swiliti only 18. Is it this week or next week that the price rises happen, by the way? Is it this week or next week? Lucas says, if we win by 6, I better see us in 1 next stream, Mr. Streamer. God help us. God help us. Dorothy Vino says, what's good, everyone? Well, close game. Close game, Dorothy. Brighton says, Zempai, mate, you're talking about that Dragons game as if it's already a win. We could lose that game, man. Our team could get complacent. Zempai is a very cocky Broncos fan. He's one of those guys. I haven't read Zempai's comments. What's he said? Brighton Dragons next week, though, at Suncorp, I think. Yeah. He's going to come back and say, I'm not saying we're going to win. I'm just saying it's a Suncorp. But he's insinuating it. I know what you're saying, Brighton. Nevada says, Lane had an amazing performance for the Eels in last year's final series. He played so well in attack against us at home with his quick offloads. He was the best player for Para in the finals. Sean Lane is a very underrated player, and I think the reason why he's underrated is because people don't look at him because of his build. And I think the lanky, weird, strange build that he has, like he's tall, lanky, wide, but not thick. Like it's just a weird back rower size, but he's good, yeah. He's good, very good, to be completely honest with you. Dorothy says up at the Warriors. Is it at Suncorp, though? I need to check, Senpai says. I believe it is, mate. I believe it is. I'll go have a look here. If you are just tuning in, it's half-time, by the way, guys. Don't forget, we will be doing all 3 games today. Yeah, it's at Suncorp, and then you play the Dolphins. At, I don't know, maybe KO, maybe Suncorp. It'll be Suncorp. I don't know why they'd play at KO. It'll be Suncorp. Christian says, Cam McKinnon's getting 50 points coming from the bench. What a stud. He's not a stud. Dre Rikahana says, up it was. Well, you're in the game. You haven't looked good, but you're in the game. The Roosters, they're winning the game. They definitely haven't looked good, but they're leading the game. Coast's Broncos was good. No. Like, it was close, but no, it was pretty average. It's pretty average quality-wise. The weather impacted that. Brighton says, we lost the Dragons at Suncorp last year, mate. My biggest ever memory of a Dragons vs Broncos game at Suncorp was actually that finals game, I think 2018, where they pumped his. Like that, it was the knockout game. I think it was 6th versus 7th. Broncos played at home to the Dragons, Suncorp week 1, and I think they won like 52-6. Like they flogged his. That's my most memorable Dragons. Well, no, I was at the Dragons Broncos semi-final between Darren Lockyer's last game. That was actually Darren Lockyer's last ever game. I was there. I was sitting up in the boondocks, sitting up in the bleachers at the back, from behind where Darren Lockyer kicked the winning field goal with a broken jaw. So I can always say that I was at Darren Lockyer's last ever game, and he won the game with a field goal in extra time. I think it was 12-0, and the Dragons came back to make it 12-12 or something like that, and then Lockyer kicked the field goal in extra time. What would the attendance for the Broncos versus Dolphins be like? You know, with Broncos fans also being Dolphins fans, it'll be sold out. It'll be a sold out Suncorp. They're all the same. They're all Broncos fans. That 2018 finals game, 48-18. Yeah, there you go. Zampai, you weren't even alive back in 2011. Christopher says, second time I've mentioned it all day, but thanks, mate. What did he say? He said, where is it? Hold on. There's a comment here from Lucas. Lucas says, Chris, I think you're addicted to Supercoach, mate. Yeah, we did tell him to calm down a little bit last night. But then again, we are kind of talking about Supercoach right now. But that's funny. Bug says, Broncos and Suncorp till round 6. Are they really? That's dog shit, bro. That's dog shit. Brisbane Broncos. Are they really at Suncorp until round 6? That's outrageous. Well, they had the Panthers away. And then they have Cowboys at home, Dragons at home, Dolphins at home, Tigers at home, Raiders at home, and then they play Seabus. You're telling me they get South East Queensland from round 2 all the way through until 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, sorry. No, the Eels game is away. That's not Magic Round. Magic Round's the week 2 weeks after against Manly. Jeez, yeah. They do get a nice little benefit there, the Brisbane Schmolgos. Rooster fan says, every year I think everyone puts too much pressure and hypes us up each year. But yeah, I think the Roosters are actually relatively overrated. And it disappoints me greatly to hear players, going and circle jerking themselves, saying we've got the best roster in the comp by a mile. It's like, I get believing yourself, but also, come on. That's just a wanky... It's a typical Eastern Suburbs kind of deal, though. Well, people from 2011 are 12 years old. I'm old. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that people born in 2011 are nearly a teenager. I was in Libya in 2011. I know you've asked me not to ask you why you were in Libya in 2011, but why the shit were you in Libya in 2011? That is such a dangerous place. That is a very, very violently dangerous place to be in. Right, and so I still don't know how the Dragons are going to look like. I fully expect the Titans to pump them, but they could show us something. I was on the phone to Ron before, and we were talking about this. Is that, it is a bit of a trap game, because there is 2 options. And I think I said this last night. The Titans could come out and win this game 13 plus and show that they mean business. And the Dragons could show that they are, spoon-worthy this year like everyone believes. Or the Dragons can be like, screw you guys. We're actually better than you're giving us credit for. We still came 10th last year. We still nearly made the finals on a technical basis. We believe in ourselves and we've got a home game and we're going to show you that we're not shit and come out and win that game against the Titans. So it is a 50-50. It's a very hard game to predict tomorrow. I do believe the Titans are clearly the better roster between the two of them, though. But you're absolutely right. It's a tough game to predict. Jared Ford says, how do you rate Tohu? I don't have a stat sheet, but I'd move him on purely for the extra cash. Oh, stats-wise, he does pretty well, man. Well, what do you mean? He's one of the best players for the Warriors. Are you saying that you want to just put Josh Curran into the 13 then and sell Tohu Harris somewhere else? He's a Kiwi. Like, Tohu Harris is a Kiwi, isn't he? We were just talking about before, we want to see players playing for passion and playing for the country and playing for the Warriors because they're from New Zealand. And then now you're wanting to get rid of one of their only Kiwis? We have Eels and Darwin. Why do the Eels always play in Darwin? What a random place for the Eels to play. I swear that's where they play every year. And it's their home game, so I guess. There you go. There you go. I was born in 2020. You were, Daz. Yeah. Yeah, you were. A pub crawls, Empire. A pub crawl through Libya, eh? Don't know if I'd suggest doing a pub crawl through the old Libya, but it is 8-6 at half time here. We're just waiting here for all the second half to get underway. Why Darwin? I don't know, but they have the Eels for some reason play there each year. It's strange. They love the Eels up in the Northern Territory. Northern Territory is a weird one. It's very 50-50, maybe 55-45 in favour of rugby league, statistically speaking, in regards to the television numbers and whatnot. The Northern Territory is a difficult one in regards to seeing what is their catchment for sport between NRL and AFL. But technically speaking, on a television broadcasting situation, stats-wise, it is NRL just. But it's very close. Very close. Okay, bro, so Tohu Harris is the only player that I can think of that left the Storm while Slater, Smith and Cronk were all still on the team. Yeah, I remember he used to be a gun in fancy early days. He's still fine, but he used to be a gun early days when he was at the Storm. Maybe add some more, getting around it. Good old Libyan coffees. There you go, actually. Now you're making me want to make myself a coffee, man. Dear me. I'll do this second half and then we'll make a coffee. Lucas says, Titans Dragons is hard because you don't know how foreign will look 100% foreign. You expect them to win 13 plus. So I know the answer to the foreign one, but I'm not going to tell you guys. Don't even bother asking because I know if foreign's playing or not. I know the answer to it. But all I will say is it's going to be a good game. Brendan Westing says, Suoli on report for that shot. What is he honestly meant to do? Warriors players had his back towards him block. No excuses. Alien says, I was expecting to come back to a murder scene by the Chooks. Yeah, we've come back and the Warriors are actually in the game. Both teams have been disappointing, but the Warriors, I think, will take a more positive look at that first half. Brendan Westing gets stuff at the judiciary. Yes. Christopher says, James McManus. What about him? What's going on here? There's a few NRL players in the Northern Territory. Liam Knight, Chris Lewis, James McManus. Well, there you go. This place is better to quickly make your coffee. Well, I have those sachet things. They're so good. They're so good, but it's just I can't bother going there, putting the kettle on, waiting and whatnot, especially when the half time is just about to finish here. I might just run and grab a Pepsi Max quickly, finish that, and then have a coffee in between games before that Dolphins versus Raiders game up next. Test race, is the Roosters doing anything majorly different to last week? Not really, bro. They look just as average. They really do. 17-12, 20 minutes left. Fiji Drua! Are the Drua winning? Are the Drua winning? Doesn't Vinny! It doesn't say. It still says 12-12. It still says 12-12 on here. Is the Fiji Drua winning? Are we actually? That's actually insane if they get it. There's more NRL players from the Northern Territory than there is from Victoria. Makes sense, yeah. Because there's no pathway there. They're all AFL. Sabah Naeem says, come on, Sydney Roosters. You need to play a lot better than what you're playing like right now. That's for sure. Drew up by 5. $1.50! $1.50! Go Fiji. Go Fiji. Va Crusaders. Huh? I think they'll go to... Have the Crusaders won a game yet? Have the Crusaders won a game yet? Crusaders. Oh, they beat the Highlanders, but they lost to the Chiefs. That's right. Lost to the Chiefs, pumped the Highlanders, but right now losing 17-12 to Fiji and George. That's what we hit, baby. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeet 8525 has just got off work. What is his score? Oh, it's a score, right? It's not a great score there for the Chooksters, but it is a score nonetheless. It is a score nonetheless. But yes, the Roosters have been incredibly underwhelming, and the Warriors have also been incredibly underwhelming. But the Warriors will take a positive out of it. The Warriors will take a positive out of it. Because they've both been underwhelming, but they both get the job. They're both close. What's the score? 17-12 to Fiji. I don't have Stan, so I can't actually put it on side and watch it as well. How long's the second half? We'll see. We'll see, because we don't know. I know just as much as you do, but probably like 2 minutes or so. Maybe like 1 minute. Might even be coming out now, to be fair. Fora can show game at 50%. What? The Crusaders lost to the Chiefs too. I'm from Orc and I hope Fiji wins. Yeah, I'm a Fiji and Draw fan, man. I've been supporting the Fiji and Draw since the National Rugby Championship days. My daughter's Returman, which is a place in Fiji. And my mum lives in Fiji as well. So I have a big involvement. Frankie Lamlani, a good friend of mine as well, who plays for the Drua. It was really good catching up with him actually a couple of weeks ago. Before when the trials won at Fiji, I was at the game in Nandi. So I'm a big Draw fan. It's unfortunate that I can't watch it because obviously I am predominantly focusing on NRL this year. We might start diversifying once we, grow a bit more in the NRL community. We might diversify into other sections, but it won't be on this channel. I do want to obviously look to keeping this predominantly NRL, obviously, because that's what we've been doing for the majority. But yeah, it's frustrating because I used to stream Draw games, but I've gone with a different path this year. Movie Edison Moore says, wait, you showing the game live? Due to broadcast restrictions, man, I cannot show you the game live. The best I can do is commentate the game and let you know exactly what's going on. You will not be able to find it here on YouTube because it is illegal. Tiraki Numunga says, let's go to Mighty Warriors. Brighton says, if the Wars had all their rep players, could they make the top 4? Basically, New Zealand versus NRL teams. So if you're saying New Zealand versus NRL teams, you'd be putting Dylan Brown in, you'd be putting Jerome Hughes in, you'd be putting Joe Manu in. You're probably still going with Charles Milk Clockside as fullback. Molotalo comes over. Jesse Brom, Kenneth Brom. Yes. Yes. This says, are you Fijian? Me specifically, no, but my daughter is Fijian, so I classify myself, absolutely. Brighton says, that's right, how did Forum pull up after getting injured last week? I can't say, Brendan. I can't say. Liam O'Donnell says, let's go to Warriors. Cristiano Ronaldo, says no. Bizarre says, Warriors about to make a comeback, baby. Greetings from Ohio. Well, greetings from Ohio. Appreciate you, bro. But I don't know if I believe you, greetings from Ohio, because I know Ohio's been a bit of a meme recently. But I don't really call this as a comeback. It was only 8-0. It's only a 2-point game. So technically it's a comeback, but I barely would call it. I think the Warriors are in it, but I still think the Roosters win this game. But good luck, man. Good luck. I would like to see the Warriors win. It's 8-6 here. They are running out of the field here, the Warriors. I'm going to run and grab that buddy Pepsi Max just before the game does start here. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. I'm going to try and get back before the game starts. Wait! He's on the run. He's sprinting. Sprinting, Gonzalez. Lean back. Speed as others. Speed as others. Has he got back for the kickoff? Oh my god, he has too. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Alright. Here we go. So, the Roosters are about to kick this ball off. Oh, he's absolutely flown there. He is him. I am him, does mate. I am him. Alright, so the Warriors now will get this ball out to the 20. First tackle. And now he's out of breath. Alright, so the Warriors will get this ball now to the 25. Second tackle. Excuses, Aliens. I think Ponga should play for the Kiwis as Tedesco has lockjaw on the 1 jersey. He's not going to be able to because he plays for Queensland. I tell you, Origin is bigger than Internationals. I know it sucks to say, but it is. And I believe it always will be. Origin will always be the biggest in the pinnacle in this sport. I know people want to see the growth of the international game, but Origin will always be the pinnacle of the sport. Too much history, too much rivalry, there's so much more involved. And Australia is just too good on the international scene. Look, if we lose one World Cup, we'll win the next one. It is what it is. I would love to see the international game grow, but the main competition has always been in Australia. So all the New Zealanders, they're in Australia. All the Samoans, Tongans, Fijians, Papua New Guineans, Australia. Someone needs to recommend you watch the Super Rugby Fiji and Druin Crusaders match when you get free time. Oh, I will. Third tackle, I'll probably watch it on the plane tomorrow down in Sydney. Third tackle here for the Roosters there. 35 metres out from their own line. But I do know the score, Simon. I do know the score. Warriors are plus 325. That isn't a comeback. I don't know what one it is. Just put a C note on it. It's not a comeback. That's just the Warriors are not anywhere nearly highly as ranked as the Roosters. It's not a comeback. But it's an underdog victory as well, I'll give you for sure. And it would be huge for the Warriors to win this game. But I barely call it a comeback. I would say a comeback is 13 plus coming back from, if you know what I'm saying. Hold on one second here. Give us the sombrero. This is the first donation we've received with this new GIF. On the Roosters streams. Hold on. We are waiting. Hold on. We're coming in. And I believe he's from Ohio now because it's US as well. Hold on. It's coming. I gotta wait for it to update here on the screen. We're still waiting. The Warriors get this ball out to the 45. It's taking a long time here to update on the screen. Okay, well, it hasn't come yet. I don't know why it's taking forever. Oh, here we go! Salary cap sombrero. Thank you very much, Bazab. I just wanted to do that dance on a Roosters stream. But Bazab donates $5 US, says Roosters are about to get plucked. We would love to see it, man. It'd be big for the competition. $5 American is $1,000 AUD. Not Aussie, Muppet. AUD, Blizzy says. Pretty much, man. No, I appreciate that, Bazab. Would love to see it. I had my doubts about the Ohio thing because of the meme, but now because that's in US, I'm assuming that you actually probably are. Foreign has the mental game to walk a game through. Yeah, I know. Roosters knock on. The Warriors get the ball, hit the 40. That took so long to be able to do that dance for the salary cut sombrero Roosters, by the way. It's been a long time since the Roosters have been under the cap. Brendan Wesley says Turpin needs to get off and go back to the Bronchokes. Well, your main hawker's not doing his job either, man. I tried to call it beforehand. Viva la Mexico! Oh, Viva la Mexico, Jay. Exactly right. Brighton says salary cap. What salary cap says the Roosters? What's salary cap? I don't know, man. I don't know. So 36 minutes to go here in the game. The Warriors will have the ball 40 minutes out. If the Roosters lose this game too, there is going to be absolute alarm bells ringing in this team, eh? So Sean Johnson rolls his ball back in, running the Okoro. And now they're going to be 30 minutes out. Marcelo Montoya brings it inside the attack. Oh, that's a 6 again penalty. You got to call something there, sir. Well, yeah, 6 again. I was going to say. All right, Warriors now 23 minutes. He's bit his tongue. You're joking. That's bullshit. Second tackle here for the Warriors. They're 15 minutes out from the line. Charterboat? What Charterboat? Oh, yeah. Second tackle. Not happy, Jan. Same era. Oh, Warriors knock the ball on. Joe Martin picks it up. Warriors, you are something else. You are something goddamn else. Warriors have the brilliant attack opportunity. Ah! Appreciate someone for the $3 redo donation. And he says, for Manly being in second place, end the season now. Bro, if you had done that before the Broncos game last night, that would have been in first place. You're about muppet, man. You're muppet. You had Manly in first place until last night. So left-hand side, but appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for the $3 redo donation. Oh, Silver Lee, he's lost the ball there. He's lost the ball, and that will be now Warriors' ball again. But we always start the season slow. They're starting slow for sure. Can you just rewatch the Eels Sharks game instead? Yeah, I think that's probably our best option. We should just get the replay up on KO of that Sharks Eels game and you know, get this one off. Get this one off right now. It's not the most. At least it's close. The only blowout we've had so far this season has been that Bulldogs Manly game. I will take a close shitter than a blowout game any day of the week. Oh, there was high contact against Jackson Polo, by the way. Yeah, so someone talk on report. But that was a while ago. Oh, that's bullshit. The Roosters don't get a penalty going back 3 tackles. That's dog shit, bro. Like, absolutely is it on report, but that's bullshit to go back 2-3 tackles to give him a penalty. That is a horrible call. The high tackle is fine, but you don't give the penalty for 3 tackles ago, or 2 tackles ago. That's dreadful, man. It really is. That really is dreadful. You guys better goddamn hope we don't win 13 plus tomorrow, because that GIF is changing. That GIF is changing for sure. The subscribe GIF will probably change. Second tackle of the Roosters. That's a terrible call to take that back 3 tackles, man. Roosters now get this ball 20 metres out. Canberra says a close second for the only blowout games with the Dolphins win because their second half was dominant. Yes, but in the same sense, it wasn't a blowout. Why are we going back 3 tackles? Stupid, bro. It's silly. So 4 tackle over the Roosters. They're 11 metres out. If the Roosters score here, that's just a piggyback. Truly. If the Roosters score here, it's a piggyback. They do it occasionally, Lucas, but that one was just a bit ordinary. Left hand side here for Walker. Nickel Clockstar, knock on. Knock on, Nickel Clockstar. Nickel Clockstar, knock on. Dolphin stream debut for the channel. Go a beer and celebrate, mate. Yeah, well, this will be my first Dolphin stream, I guess. This will be my first Dolphin stream because obviously Antonio did last week's Dolphins versus Roosters. Actually looking forward to their game. Chancellor Clocks has been shocking today. I wouldn't say shocking, but he's definitely not had that spark like last week for sure. No. I'm assuming the bunker gave that penalty. Yeah, the bunker gave that penalty, fellow. I disagree, Brandon, but each their own. So Roosters here, 10 metres out. Bro, you've got rose-coloured glasses on for sure. Like, again, bro, I've tipped the Roosters here. Like, I can either get good tips or I can get the Titans staying into the top 3. It is what it is, but I definitely don't believe you've had anywhere near as bad calls as you've made out in the chat today. But you're a passionate Roosters fan. Get around you. But I do think that you don't see what actually is happening a lot of the time. You look for the negatives. So third tackle here for the Roosters. They're 3 metres out. Oh, 6 again here for the Roosters. It is a fair 6 again. Left hand side here, Tedesco. Stepping around. He's still there. 10 metres out. Appreciate you someone for the $3 donation. Says, let's keep Blaze dancing. Well, there's the dancing there, son. I'm a dancing queen, that's for sure. Dancing queen. Second tackle here for the Roosters. 5 metres out. Oh, Jackson Polo! Sure. No, he held up. I don't know. No, it scored. Try time for the Roosters. Try time for the Roosters there. I think it's a bit unfair the Roosters have scored based off the back of that 3 tackles back penalty. But with that being said, Warriors defense, there you go. Warriors defense, there you go. And it is 12-60 with the kick to come. Drew at 22. Crusaders 17, 6 to go. Tosso Drua. Tosso Vitni. Have you been sleeping with knowledge, Brandon? Oh, that would be something on knowledge's bucket list, that's for sure. Someone said, Bliss says you're older than 17, but mate, you're talking to me. Christopher Stevens says, BK's yet to stream the Tigers. Thank God, Christopher. Yeah, thank God. Yeah, haven't had to stream the Tigers last week because I was there. At least it's been a vlog. We could make an argument that I haven't vlogged 15 other teams so far this season. You know? So what you mean? Exactly right. Huh? Okay. Let's just say an Abbo joke. That was a terrible joke, but it was a joke nonetheless. Maybe you're the joke. Maybe you are, in fact, the joke. But Jackson Bonner with the try there. It's his double. And there is 30 minutes to go. If you go to the game, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. We will be streaming the next game as well, which is the Dolphins and the Raiders. Or I should say the Brisbane Dolphins and the Raiders. And then the game after that will be the Storm and Bulldogs. Suppose it's Fittibomb. Fittibomb in this game? You crazy? Are you crazy, mate? It's going to be like 14. They're going to be on 14 points, mate. Alright, Sam Walker here. He should be able to get this, I reckon. He will get it. He will get it. So it's 14-6 here to the Shooksters with 30 minutes to go of the game. Jeff Ford says, Warriors. I don't know about them. I don't know. Bizarre says, who do you like in the next games? About to put a parlay in. I do a tipping stream every Tuesday, which would be Monday your time. Actually, no, it'd be early morning Tuesday your time. But I took the Raiders. I would not take a 1 at 12 or 13 plus because that could be any kind of game. The Raiders could easily win 13 plus, but they could also easily win 1 at 12. They could also lose that game. Dolphins are a brand new team into the competition this year. And then the other game, so I went the Raiders. I would personally say 1 at 12. I could easily see 13 plus. I would not go margin. The other game, Storm should win 13 plus, but they've got two of their spinal players out in Pappenhausen and also Munster. So it's actually a tough game to read, but the Bulldogs were dreadful last week. Like, dreadful last week. So it could be a surprise game for the Dogs, but I still have the Storm win that game. Oh, it's hard, though. Without Munster, the Dogs could still win that game, eh? It's hard. 2 difficult games tonight. It is. This was meant to be the easy one. Yeah, I like the Rays and Bulldogs, it is. Bulldogs is a tough call. They looked dreadful against Manly last week. Jared Ford says, crossing my fingers and going to mow my acre. Bent blades. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, hold on. Oh, my goodness me. It's popping off in the chat right now. It's popping off, but the Warriors will get this ball to the 20. The Warriors will get this ball to the 20. Hold on. It's coming. It's coming. It is coming. Any moment now, second tackle over the Warriors to get this ball out to the 30. I'm going to be dancing for the next 3 years at this rate. I'm going to be dancing for the next 3 years. Warriors get this ball, third tackle to the 45. Can the Warriors still get back in this game? They're not out of it. It's only an 8-point game. It's only 14-6 right now. It is only 14-6. And now they get this ball to the halfway point. Fourth tackle. Dylan Walker is the one who gets the ball there. Dylan Walker. They go right-hand side, Wade Egan to Tohu Harris. Harris now, and they'll be at the 40. Appreciate Olivia Reed for the $8 donation. Appreciate someone for the $3 donation. But Olivia Reed for the $8 redo says it's pretty wet here at KO Stadium. Second live game for the weekend. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, well, look, obviously, you Brisbane folks, we're really enjoying the fact that you've got the Dolphins now. Firstly, so you can have 2 teams to support. But secondly, because you get to go to 2 games in the city. You don't have to travel all the way down to the Gold Coast. Oh, knock on Jooksters, knock on Roosters here. The Warriors get the ball 20 metres out from the line. But yeah, at least you get to go to 2 games. That's great. Great to see. So good luck today for the old Dolphadoos. Dolphadoos. The Redcliffe Broncos. Or the Brisbane Dolphins. Whatever you want to call them. But appreciate you. And someone says, can we get the Dolphin Fin celebration? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing... What is it? Unbelievable. You guys suck. I just want to throw that out there. If you're a Dolphins fan and you do this, and I see you doing this at Seablats, I'm going to tear you to shit. I'm going to tear you to shit. They're going to challenge us here, the Roosters. He has so far. Where's the knock on? There's nothing wrong with this. There's not a knock on. Yeah, challenge yes, that's right, cool. There was no knock on there from Paula. So it will be Roosters ball. Corks plays the next half. It's been the next half for about 12 minutes. But at least you got there eventually. Oh! Shut your mouth, Lucas. How dare you be the bearer of bad news, Crusaders. 24-22, minute to go. You're shitting me. That's so bullshit unlucky. Hot take, I actually think Cheese should play as a prop. He was more dangerous at the Storm when he played a prop whenever Grant came on as a rake. No, 13. I don't disagree with it completely, but 13 for me. Brendan Weston says, challenging that never lost it. Ref needs to go to Specsavers now. I didn't know you could make that sound, Blaze. I'm bloody good at the sounds, mate. Good at the sounds. Fine. I might make that the donation sound in future. Let's do that. I'll make that every time there's a donation. I'll get the thing to put in the. It's for the Dolphins, mate. Go Dolphs. And Chancellor Clockstar looks like he's injured here. First tackle. Should we have a pen from 22 out in front for the win? I'm going to go crazy if we win that game. That would be massive. Are you serious? Are you taking the piss? From 22 out in front, right in front. Don't do that. Listen, you guys wanted it. Wish I put money on Fiji, would have made bank. Yeah, serious. Well, let me know how it goes, Logos. That's so good if we win that game. Hold on. Yeah, the boys. Yeah, the boys. Yeah, I do sound like a Brewers fan, Greg, when I do that. Yeah, the boys. Yeah, the boys. Up the Drua. With the level. So, Nickel Clock starts probably going to have to come off here for maybe a HO. I don't know what's going on here. I got an extra foam fin for you when I see it, Save Us or Suncorp. I will burn that in front of you. I gotta sing a song. What song? Well, the Dolphins have a song now, do they? Do they really? The Dolphins have a song, do they? Vitri Drua! The Drua actually won. That's amazing if we did. That is amazing if we did. Did we really? Fiji and Drua. I can't trust the chat until I actually know. I can't trust you guys half the time. Fiji and Drua. I need to wait for it to upload. CNK will be done this hour too, I reckon. So second tackle here for the Warriors. They're 35 minutes out from their own line. The game just started back up. Give it up to Adam Fanor-Blake, who'll get the ball to the 40 now. Yes, the ball to the 40. How good. If we beat the Satyrs, that's actually fantastic. 100% that student mascot makes that sound when sliding down the slide. The Brewers won. Yeah, they're annoying. Forward tackle here, left-hand side to Josh Curran. Nearly broke through. Their song title is We Were the Broncos, We Stole Their Fans. Makes sense. Naga says Dr. Drua. So it's actually true, Naga? Do we actually win the game 25-24? Oh, Tedesco, good grab. 15 metres out. Did we actually win it? Nawaka, I'll trust you because you're Fijian. I'll trust you. Nawaka, did we actually win that one 25-24? Yeah! That's amazing, man. That's amazing, man. I love that. I love that for the people of Fiji. I love that for the people in Lotoka right now. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy atmosphere there. Third tackle to beat the Crusaders like that. Sammy Walker's away here. Sammy Walker's away. Tedesco to the right-hand side. Tedesco. No! He's knocked the ball on. He had an easy try if he didn't knock that ball on. He had an easy try if he didn't knock that ball on there, Tedesco. But instead it will be a knock on. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nawaka, I'm actually tearing up a little bit right now, to be completely honest with you. With the news of Fiji Drill beating the Crusaders. It is amazing for that country, man. I suppose it's Fiji Parade tonight. No, but it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. It'll really reverberate around the country for sure. Left-hand side now, Toll Harris gives it off to Josh Curran. Josh Curran here. He'll get the ball to 25 metres out now from the line. I go right-hand side. Wade Egan off to Dylan Walker. Walker at the back here, Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson at the back to Tamari Martin. Tamari Martin now. And Adam Pompey taking down 15 metres out from the line. Fifth tackle. They're going to go left-hand side here. Wade Egan, Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson kicks it through. Good little kick. Oh, Joey Martin grabs it and gets out of the in-goal. Remixes for DJ says the ref sharpened the Warriors. The referee hasn't been poor on either side of this game for me. I think, if anything, the Roosters received a try off the back of a bad call earlier. But it was the right call, but it was late. But overall, the referee hasn't done anything wrong in this game, in my personal opinion, no. Because it's still the right call that was made. It was just that they shouldn't have received a penalty that late, in my opinion. Reese DJ says, did you win? Yeah, we won 25-24, man. Won 25-24 against the Crusaders. Amazing news. That's amazing, amazing news there for a country. Wow. So, fit tackle there for the Roosters. They're at the halfway point. Fit tackle there, and they kick that ball into the corner. Max Appledorf says Teddy needs glue. He does. He absolutely does, man. Tasman says it's been the Waratahs better than the Crusaders. Shut up, Taz. Shut up, Taz. So, second tackle here. They'll get this ball out to the 26. Left-hand side here of the Warriors. And Adam Pompey gets this ball out to the 45. Suppose the Super will be going off tonight. The club's be absolutely pumping with the lads getting up, mate. Super. Tell you what, it will be definitely going off. But Latoka's closer to Nandi, so the boys will probably head out Nandi town tonight. Just ignore the fact we let the Rebels beat us. Right-hand side here for the Wars. Oh, chance here. They break through to the 45. Fit tackle here. Fit tackle. Sean Johnson puts that ball up in the air into the corner. And Tedesco will bring it out. Someone, you kind of look like Teddy, bro. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I get Lonzo Ball a lot. Now I've apparently got Tedesco. I don't really see either of them. But, you know, each to their own, man. Each to their own. Right-hand side now. Spewing for anyone who captained Tedesco and Supercoach, by the way, because you had an easy try instead if he caught that. How is it that Montoya gets head high and then the ref takes it back 3 tackles for the Chickens? Because the play was stopped because of the mistake. Oh! That ball through for Suaalii. Tedesco on the inside. Suaalii goes himself. You selfish bastard. You selfish bastard. Tedesco. You selfish bastard. Suaalii. You selfish bastard. There's a try time there for Sam Walker. The Suaalii breaks through. If you've got Tedesco in your Supercoach, you are spewing right now. If you have got Tedesco in your Supercoach, you are so pissed off at Suaalii. Tedesco on the inside there. That ball forced Suaalii to break through there. But you would be raging if you had Tedesco for a try in this game. Because Suaalii has an easy inside ball there for Tedesco. He does not pass the ball. He takes him on himself. He gets tackled, but he offloads the ball to Sam Walker. Instead, Tedesco again. But look at this pass here. That pass from Kiri was incredible. But look at this. He has an easy pass there, easy pass there, easy pass there. Doesn't pass it. And then Tedesco's still there, but he decides to pass it to Walker instead. You would be spewing if you captained him in Supercoach, and you'd be spewing if you had a bet on for him to score a try. But Roosters score a try there, 86 for the kid to come. They get this. Gonna be hard for the Warriors to come back. Does that mean the Fiji are better than the All Blacks? Jasper, absolutely 100%. Tirigi said, that's right. Dasmate says, pass the ball, Muppet. Yanni says, lovely try there, but Suaalii made things very hard. All he had to do is pass the ball simply to Tedesco. It's just very selfish there. And this is the problem with Suaalii. It's like, you've got to pass that ball early, man. I understand the try still happens, but you have to pass that ball earlier. Blake says, I just realised I need Teddy for multi. Well, you'd be spewing then, man. You would be spewing. No, Walker literally clutched it out of Teddy's hands. Did the try, watch the replay. Probably, man. Well, I think that's what he was trying to pass the ball back to Walker. I think he saw him behind him. Because the ball was floated back rather than passed across. Kick would have been easier. Well, Tedesco would have scored a try into the post. He would have. He would have scored a try into the post. Like, I'll take it because I get the try assist for Suaalii for my Supercoach. But what is Suaalii on now on Supercoach? And what is Tedesco? Suaalii's on 56 now as well. Tedesco 56. Oh, bro, he's not done much in the second half. He's not done much in the second half here, Tedesco. So, Supercoach uses a bit spewing. Maybe he has some more. How long left? Still 21 minutes to go here, mate. At least you get your money back if any league fails, Blake. Yeah. Oh, man. So 21 minutes to go here. He's missed the kick. So it is still on here. 12-point game. It is still on. It is still on here, Warriors fans. And we're going to have a drinks break right now on the 21 minutes to go mark. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Get around it. Yeah, that kick could be crucial. Could be for sure. Josh Curran looked like he got injured there too, which really sucks for him. He obviously had an injury last year. Remixes for DJ says, where's Kafusi? Come play for the Warriors. As in, Felice Kafusi, he plays for the Dolphins. He'll be playing the next game against the Raiders. Antonio Kafusi doesn't play. Felice Kafusi. Hey, guess what? So the Roosters have got 17k here at today's game. We've already sold more tickets than that for our first game. Roosters, you can't beat me! You can't beat me! Well, I know for a fact we've already sold more tickets than that for our first game. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. Oh no. You cannot beat me, man. You cannot beat me. Almost says Roosters can make the top 8 now. Come on, man. What do you think the Roosters were going to make the top 8? When did you think the Roosters were going to make the top 8? Jay, thank you. Roosters next 5, Rabbitohs at home, the bye, Eels at home, Storm away, Sharks away. That's a tough next 5. They get the bye, but that's a tough next 4 teams anyway. Wire's got nobody left on the bench now. Really? Now this says we've been better the second half, but still not great. Yeah, you've got some tough opposition coming, man. You need to win this game. Josh Curran, 9 runs, 68 run meters, 33 tackles. Yeah, Jackson Ford never came back, by the way, guys. So he only played 4 minutes. Let's not have a repeat of yesterday, huh? It's a good idea. 43k in the rain isn't too bad at all for Suncorp last night. Yes, but with that being said, it was the Broncos-Cowboys. You're always going to get that. Like, it's not like I'm going to sit here and commend it, but it's great. It's still a great crowd, but it's Broncos-Cowboys. It's like Roosters, Rabbitohs. You know, you're always going to get that big crowd for those games. Storm, Manly. That's just always going to be the case. 4th tackle over the Roosters. That's not me downplaying it. It's just me saying, like, it's expected. If you had have done that for a Broncos versus Knights game in that kind of weather, then I would have been like, yeah, okay, it's pretty fantastic. But with that being said, Broncos are, what was I saying? With that being said, the crowds will start to come back for the Broncos to around that 38k mark average if they're successful. Because they went down to the 27k mark and now they'll go up to the 38k mark. Sapelli says, Chooks fans are so plastic they'll shop for the home game versus the bye. Yeah, probably. But probably. So 2nd tackle here for the Warriors. They're at the 30 metres now. Don't forget, guys, we've still got the Dolphins, Raiders, and also Storm Bulldogs games to go today. And then tomorrow I will not be streaming the 2 games. I might have a video out for you. I might not, about my most liked team. My most liked, hated, disliked. You know those like, love, dislike, don't mind and hate videos? I might do one of those tonight for you before I go to sleep. Because I've got to be up at 3:30 in the morning tomorrow to go to Sydney for the Titans-Dragons game. I was bringing it up because that AFL fan saying attendance was shit last night. Was there an AFL fan talking shit last night? I didn't even see him. Arbor goes here. And the Roosters will get the ball 15 metres out from their own line. I found this on TikTok. So when I was on TikTok doing a live stream after the games last night, there was an AFL fan who came on, unless you're referring to him, but I don't know if you're on TikTok, but there was an AFL fan who said, you know, AFL clear of NRL, you know, you guys are soft or some shit. And I said, well, I don't even know why you hate on the NRL. Like, why do you have to hate on sports? Just enjoy your sport and other people enjoy their sport. And it's like, out of all people, you're insulting me, who's currently wearing a AFL jersey in Geelong Cats. I'm wearing a Fiji and Jawa hat, watching rugby league stream. Because, they're going to break away here. Suolii's broken away. Suolii's over a big score here today. Gets the offload away, and then he's a muppet. And he's a muppet, and now the Warriors are away. And now the Warriors are away. No, Solomon Toy gets the ball to halfway point. Suolii just can't see the fine Tedesco. But I said to him, why? And he goes, it's because all the NRL fans usually hate in the AFL. And I'm thinking, from a non-biased perspective, I like all sports, and I watch the AFL community, in the NRL community, you know, I watch the Super Rugby community. I find that AFL fans are the ones that take the arguments and put the arguments up. I don't know why. I don't understand why AFL fans feel the need to shit and hate on other sports. You've got a great product, so enjoy your product. There is a rivalry, but in the same sense, it's not necessary for the rivalry. Fourth tackle there, but I do find that it's AFL more so than the NRL. It's like NRL fans are more like, we don't give a shit. Like, your sport, okay, we don't like it. Warriors are away here. He gets the ball on the inside. Over to Blake. Talk over the Warriors. Warriors, and they're back in the game. They're back in the game. Jake McDonald's here for it. Here he is, the big bobber. The big bobber. But there we go, guys. Try to tell the Warriors, and they're back in the game. It's going to be a 6-point game. That's what we're talking about. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see, baby. I don't know, like that big bobber. But who's the one who broke through here? Give it up to Tall Harris. Harris gets it off to Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson had to back that to Niokore. Niokore breaks through. Good attempt there from the number 14, Jake Turpin for the Roosters. But Adam Vanilla Blake on the inside. Big bopper season, baby. He's off the nudie. Shush, baby. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Eastern Suburbs residents don't watch Rumble League because it goes against their vegan beliefs of hurting the grass with long starts. I find that Eastern Suburbs are they more like, you know, rugby union? Because they'd be like the Tars and shit, right? I feel like Eastern Suburbs would get more behind the Tars than the Roosters. The animator says didn't pass early and tried to force on there. But there we go. Maybe Edson Morses has donated $30 to BKRsport. You haven't though. If you had donated it, we would see it. If you have done it, it hasn't come through though, bro. Sorry. I definitely haven't missed a donation on the stream. Blake Guys says try time. He has a prop meat pie. Things you love to see. You love to see, baby. Here come the wires. Here they come. Thomas says up at AFB. Jared Joyce Roosters doing their best to lose this. How good is this year, but like every single game is close, even if it's not a great game. Like the second half's been better, but overall the game's first half was shit. Second half's been quite entertaining, but every game is close. Every game is close. Truly. They're all private school kids that watch Union. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Roosters, cracker season so far. Adam Vanilla Blake has scored more tries in the last 2 minutes than 12 has in 100+ games. Thanks, Greg. Thank you, Greg. That's a really interesting stat. I really needed to hear that one. Unbelievable. That's it. It's just absolutely superb, that stat. I don't know how I would have gotten through my life without that stat, Greg. Thank you. We reached Benitez's golden point. Oh, how good would that be? How good would that be? Blizzard says, I was a private school kid, but it was the lowest school fees out of all of them. So you're a half-caste. You're like a mudblood. You're a mudblood. Is that what you are? I think you're a mudblood. Christmas Steven says, didn't someone call AFB for a try on the stream? They did, yeah. I think they said first try of the game, though. I think they called first try of the game, not any try. But technically speaking, yes. Technically speaking, they did call it, yeah. So, third tackle there. Oops, someone just subscribed. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate you, bro, for subscribing. 15 minutes to go here of the game. It's only 6 points. Wade Egan here gets this ball to the halfway point for tackle. Do you know a team that's conceded 50 or more has never won the comp? Thanks, Blake. Really appreciate that one. If I have to hit that stat again, I'm going to throw up. Fit tackle now. They're at the 42. And Sean Johnson whacks that ball up into the corner. Not the greatest kick for me, but at least it puts them back into the 10. And Jackson Bowler, who's had a pretty good game. He's got 2 tries. He's getting picked up here. Taking back to the 7. Wowee. Dolphins vs Rays sold out. Yeah, but it's a small stadium. Like, if it didn't sell out, then Redcliffe should be ashamed. It's their first ever game at the NRL in Redcliffe. That's technically where they're meant to represent. Even though they've taken away the Redcliffe name from the Dolphins, from their Queensland Cup. And it's after a win. Like, if they didn't sell that game out, we should have kicked them out mid-season. Truly. So, 4 tackle here for the Roosters. And they'll get taken down 35 metres out from their own line. Did you know that a team that has lost to the Dolphins in round 1 has never won the comp? I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry listening to these stats. I'm going to cry. Redcliffe is like 25k though. No way. Redcliffe? 25k? Surely not. Is that true? Bullshit. Redcliffe up there alongside Seabus in regards to the size of the stadium. They don't even have a northern side or a southern side. And the stadium is nowhere near as big as Seabus. Nah, it's less than 20k surely. So right-hand side here, it's only 10. I was going to say, Jasper. I was like, that's wild. There's no way it's even close to Seabus. Like, so third tackle here with the Warriors. They're at the 30. Get this ball to the 35 now. 4th tackle. Can someone actually get me the actual capacity? Because there's no Redcliffe is 25. There's no chance it's like, oh, Wade Egan! Wade Egan's away! They got the inside ball! Inside ball! Inside ball! Tries over the wires, baby! No, he's going to get tackled 5 minutes after the line. 5th tackle. Oh my god, this game is on. This game's on. That's a sin bin. That's a sin bin for me. They haven't called it. Let that side over the wires. Let that side over the wires. I kick it through. It's going to sit. Oh. So close. So close. Inches there for the Wars tying that game up. Wowee. Wowee. Wade Egan with a brilliant breakthrough there. The Wars, here they come. 10,500. Thank you, Greg. Christopher, are you drunk? Where's man to settle pedal? I will never goddamn settle pedal, buddy. Shush. Corks, just show us the game. How about this one? How about this one? How about this one? No. So 0 tackle here for the Roosters. They're 25 metres out here from their own line. First tackle. Oh, what a game, but it's a small state in the NRL. Yeah, of course it is. Shark Park probably second. Shark Park or maybe Campbelltown. I'd say Shark Park second. You know what time the Storm vs Dogs game is tonight? Amori says, I think it's like 6:30 p.m. my time. Roosters nearly break through. 35 metres out from the line, third tackle. 45 metres out, sorry. I think it's 6:30 p.m. my time, which is 7:30 p.m. New South Wales has lost the ball. He's lost the ball, knock on. Warriors get the ball here. I don't know if you challenge this. I think it's a knock on. Tedesco's going to challenge this. Chris says Brookvale. No, since they've upgraded their stands, I'd say Brookvale has more than Shark Park. I think that they used to be. This is Blaze, mate. Show us the game. Mate, I hope Brighton lose just because you've encouraged that, man. I hope Brighton lose this week just because you've encouraged that, man. I'm pretty certain it's just a lost ball. No, he's just lost the ball. No, he's just lost the ball. Nah, I wouldn't really classify Belmore. That's like an odd occasion ground. We're talking about like main grounds. No, he's lost that ball. He's lost the ball. Yeah. Let's carry. Knock on. Knock on. Knock on over here. Knock on over here. Yeah, EA is St. Helens problems. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Shark Park. Greg says put sunglasses on. That's the next one. That's the next one. But Belmore would probably be it if you want to include it. But then if we're going to include that, then we have to start looking at Mudgee. You know, we have to start looking at bloody Tamworth. Have to start looking at some small ground like bloody KO Stadium. Muppets. So it's going to be Warriors now with the ball 35 metres out from their own line. Blake Harlan says Teddy only scored 8 fantasy points this half and could have easily had a try. Yeah, well, blame Suoli. Blame Suoli for 2. 2 of them. Jay says Tamworth. Right hand side now. Warriors get this ball. Third tackle, 35 metres out. Top of go at Fortnite. So you're watching the game. Nah, mate, I'm just sitting here just making up my own bullshit in my head. The game actually finished 13 years ago. I'm just talking here. I'm going crazy. 4 tackle here. They're 33 metres out here from the Roosters line. Tamari Martin gets it off to Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson here gives it off to Dylan Walker. Closer forward past that, but they haven't called that. Fifth tackle, 22 metres out. Dylan Walker goes right-hand side. Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson puts that bottom in the air. It's not about a kick there from Sean Johnson. No! No! Knock on to Elite, I think. Knock on to Elite. It's going to be their ball. Roosters man says dementia. I don't know who you are or what I'm talking about. But there we go. Knock on Roosters. Warriors will get the ball 10 metres out from the line. Unfortunately there for Suoli, will knock the ball on. Sapellis' word is former Deputy Premier of New South Wales, John Barilaro, has pledged to sponsor the upgraded Mudgee Oval by turning it into a car park. Wow. Wow. You are something. You're just going to shit on Mudgee. I loved going to Mudgee. Mudgee was a fun trip, besides the 36-0 loss. But I actually enjoyed going to Mudgee. The game, not so much. Left down side here for the Warriors. 10 metres out. Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson! Oh, I nearly got through. And it's a penalty. Last 10 minutes run meters, 280 for the Warriors, 181 for the Roosters. The Wars are coming back here. Guys, 10 minutes to go here. 10 minutes to go. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. The Warriors have a chance to tie this game up with 10 and a half minutes to go. The Chooks are struggling in the beginning parts of this year. They are struggling. Whether they win this or not, there's questions to be asked about this team right now. Tackling opposition 20, 35 for the Roosters, 11 for the Wars. Alright, Warriors 10 metres out. They go left-hand side now to Sean Johnson. Johnson gives it off here to oh! Jeez, nearly broke through there. 5 metres out. That was Braden Williame. Gives it off to Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson to Toll Harris. Toll Harris is going to run it himself. Probably had Dylan Walker at the back, but didn't want to go too early. Second tackle here, 5 metres out from the line. Wade Egan, he's got right-hand side, Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson goes himself, gives it off to Tamari Martin. Tamari Martin gets the off on the way to Marcelo Montoya. Marcelo Montoya, oh, no, sorry, Edward Cosey. 3 metres out from the line. There's no one there! Oh, the Warriors. I can't deal with them. I can't deal with them. I can't deal with them. I can't deal with this team. I can't deal with this team. I can't deal with this team. I cannot deal with this team. They couldn't even... That's mad. Third tackle, and no one is there to pick the ball up. So he rolls the ball. No one's there. Where's Wade Egan for starters? And secondly, where is anybody to follow up and grab the ball? And Daniel Timber goes over the top and grabs it. That's just so Warriors. That's so New Zealand for me. Lindsay Collins, fourth tackle, gets the ball up to the 30. Fourth tackle. And a penalty. The Warriors are something, man. The Warriors are something. The Warriors are something, man. So, captain challenge you from the Warriors. Otherwise, there's a penalty to the Roosters. Okay, let's have a look here. They're saying strip. I think that ball's just... No, he's just... I think that's just a loose carry. I don't think he's actually stripped the ball. The hand is on the ball, but in the same sense, he's not raking this ball. I think this is just a knock on here. That's not a raking. That's not a strip. That's a loose carry. The commentary agrees as well. I'm pretty certain this is just a loose carry. Lots of ball. Yeah, loose carry. It's going to be Warriors ball at the 30. Good call. Common sense by the bunker. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Jay says, hit the like button to see BKR lose his shit. Well worth it. Well worth it, mate. It's well worth it. He says, you are the commentary. Well, fair enough, mate. Well, I agree with myself then. So, yeah, loose lips sink ships. Well, guess what, son? The ship sinking in Bondi right now. Because the Wars, we get the ball 30 metres out from the line. Lucas says, yep, good call, bunker. All right, so the Sean Johnson hype train from the 30. He rolls this one through. Who'd have thunk from the bunk? We don't know, but let's see if the Warriors can play better than under 15's footy and actually follow up the play and actually grab the ball from the roll the ball. Right-hand side here, gives it off to Tol Harris to Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson marked in the enquiries. Taken down 13 metres out from the line, second tackle. There's an injury here. Egan Butcher. He's going to have to come off for a HIO. He will have to come off for a HIO. True story, my uncle's cat told me. Thank you, Spelling. Massachusetts Aliens Warriors need to retire from the NRL to save us Kiwis the embarrassment. Like, it's been a poor game for the Warriors, but in the same sense, so is it from the Roosters. So, you know, you will take the 2 points if you get it. Yeah, he does have to go for a HIO. Who coaches the Wars? New guy from the Panther system. What's his name again? Andrew Webster, is it? I think it's Andrew Webster. If the Warriors score here, should be interesting. I'm pretty certain it's Andrew Webster. Left hand side, Sean Johnson, Tall Harris, 10 metres out. Gives it up. Dylan Walker, knock on. Dylan Walker, knock on. I'm losing my mind, Warriors. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Knock on, Dylan Walker. Oh, I was right, Andrew Webster, yeah. I'm losing my mind. I'm not even a Warriors fan. I'm not even a Warriors fan. Where's my other Pepsi Max bottle? It's my thought process right now. Alright, so 11 metres out from their own line. Roosters with the ball. Panthers is providing everything for the league these days, it seems. That's what happens when you're successful. Look at the Storm. Look at the Roosters. Roosters usually stay, but look at the Storm. Look at the old Broncos. Oh, Suaalii. Suaalii's been good today. Suaalii has been sold today. I saw a comment saying Suaalii is overrated before. I thought that was wild. He's been good today. Like, out of all games, it wouldn't be this game that you talk about that. Egan Butcher gets the ball to the 40. River Cheese Reed says, what's the bet for the Warriors to score and level it for the Roosters to still win? Oh, yeah, for sure. third tackle. As a Titans fan, I know all about how well Sam Walker can kick a field goal. So third tackle here, left-hand side, they'll give it off, and it'll be 45 metres out from the line, even though that field goal shouldn't have counted when it went against the Titans when they won 25-24 in that first week of finals game, because Patrick Herbert should have passed it. Fifth tackle here, 33 metres out from the line. Bradley wanted fancy. Yeah, I've got him in Supercoach, Joe Suaalii. I think I might get rid of him before these big games come up, though. Knocked back there by the wires. Oh, it's gonna be Roosters. Suaalii. It's gonna be. I think the Roosters just scored. I think the Roosters have just scored. I'm pretty certain the Roosters have just scored. They're going to check this. No try, he's saying. They're checking for a knock-on off Roosters, but Suaalii might have another try assist as well, mind you. And Daniel Tupou might have just scored. So the ball goes up. Who's the inside man? Is he's offside. He doesn't get involved, I don't think. No, he doesn't. All right, so everyone on the left-hand side is onside. Alright, so the ball... Okay, what are we looking at still? What are we still looking at? Are they onside? Of course they're all onside. What are you talking about? They're all clearly onside. No shit, Sherlock. Why did it take you so long to clear the onside? It wasn't even close. Escort from Tohu Harris. There'll be a penalty to the Roosters regardless. So they're taking the 2 regardless here. And I think there's going to be a knock on there from Suaalii. But it will be... I think Suaalii touches this ball. Either way, Warriors, you're kind of screwed here because they're going to get a penalty and they'll take the 2. He might miss it. This shows how good the Dolphins are. Shut up, Zach. Settle down, mate. Yeah, it's a knock-on. Yeah, it touches his forearm. It touches his forearm. Commentary can't see, but the right forearm touches the ball. The right forearm here touches the ball. Yes, it touches the ball. It's a knock-on to Elite, but it's a penalty to the Roosters. Yeah. 2 out of 10, going to sit with on field. No, it was actually quite clear. It hit him right here. But if I'm the Roosters, I'll take the 2 here and win the game. Make it 20-12. Still 6 minutes 42 to go. Still time, but... Neymar Ululu. Bonjour les amis. Comment allez-vous? Bien ou bien? Exactly right. Exactly right. Bonjour. But that will be a no try. But here comes the penalty for the Chucksters. It will be at an awkward angle, though. It will be an awkward angle. It was definitely an escort. Actually, no, it's right in front. It's right in front, 30 metres out. Jeez, that was poor from Tohu Harris. Why would he think he was going to get away with that? Actually, no, it is at the 20. Okay, this is actually not an easy kick. They still should get it. Red Little Bats, no way they miss. It's actually not the one where I thought it was. It's closer to the 20. About 10 metres in from the inside of the... 10 metres inside. So, it's a doable kick. It's a doable kick, but... If they get this, they probably win this game. They probably win anyway, but still. Yeah, Neymar, I don't understand the French. I know the bonjour. I know bien ou bien. I don't know the French. So let's speak in English. We're not going to Por favor. Roosters here on the left-hand side. Oh, right over the black dot, baby. And the Roosters take it to 2012 with 5 minutes and 48 seconds to go of the game. Right, comes, did you see the Drua game? No, but I actually had a bit of a tear on live stream when people were telling me we won the game 25-24. I'll go back and watch the highlights after. That would have been, atmosphere would have been going off in Lotoka. Off in Lotoka. You just got to laugh watching the Wars. Bro, I've lost my mind in the last 5 minutes, as you guys have seen, and I'm not even a Wars fan. Warriors next 5, Cowboys away, good luck. Dogs at home, Sharks away, Knights away, and Cowboys at home. Played Cowboys twice next 5, but then again, Cowboys aren't that great so far this year. Brian says, Wars had all the chance in the world. The Wars had every opportunity in the world to tie this game up. They really did. They truly did. Decent next 5, EA says, yeah. Lucas, I think he said the Wars give me a bigger aneurysm than try and speak English. Ah, that's what Neymar Ululu was saying. Yes, the Wars give me a bigger aneurysm, yeah. Lee Leopards beat St. Helens, upset galore. Good. Oh! That's going to be Wars ball. Short kick-off works. If they can score here, it's game on, baby. Uh-oh. Game on, potentially. 5 minutes to go. Right-hand side, Adam Fanor Blake. He gets his ball to the 40, 38 or so, second tackle. At the last score here, it is game on, baby. So right-hand side, they'll get this ball to the 30. Who was the favourite last time between Broncos and Cowboys? I said the Cowboys should have been favourites, but I tipped the Broncos. I don't know who the favourite actually was, though. Left-hand side here, Adam Fanua-Blake gets this ball to the 20. Sports usually try to suck off Broncos, though, so I would assume the Broncos might have been, but I definitely believe the Cowboys should have been pre-game. Right-hand side here, Tall Harris gets off Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson and Martin Niokore. Oh, taking out the 10. Broncos for $1.80 pretty short. There you go. So fifth tackle here, Wade Egan goes left-hand side. Sean Johnson, not a great kick there, but it's still going to be okay. Gets knocked backwards here. And Paulo is going to kick this ball downfield, and it's going to be a fresh set of 6 here for the Warriors. Oh, no, it's going to stay in field. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God, the Warriors luckily are going to get this, but that actually worked out pretty well there for Paulo. I don't know how that ball didn't go over the sideline, but it bounced in. So Warriors get a fresh set of 6, but they will be 35 metres out from their own line now. It's actually a pretty smart heads-up play there for Paulo. It's had a good game. Is that a good game? Warriors could potentially go from 1 from 7. Yeah, you're just lucky you don't play us till later, eh? Yeah. Brighton says it was $1.90 to $2.05 last I saw. There you go, left-hand side. And they'll get taken down 33 metres out from the line. Right-hand side, 4th tackle, Sean Johnson, Tohu Harris. Do you consider a 2-point field goal attempt to try and bring it back? I don't know. I don't think so. But in the same sense, it's an option. They're 15 metres out here. Wade Egan, Adam Fanua-Blake. Fanua-Blake to Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson kicks it through. I think that's played at. Oh, they've called 6 again. It was a 6 again for the Wires. It was a 6 again for the Wires. And they throw the ball over the sideline. It was a 6 again for the Warriors, and they throw the ball over the sideline. T-Ricky Namunga says, unlucky boys, early season. Now that's it for me, as I have to focus on our kids' team that I train. They have 3 games tomorrow. Ah, man. Unlucky. Appreciate you, T-Ricky. But the Roosters is well out of the 15. Still 2 minutes 47 to go. They'll have one more set, and then maybe a couple tackles, but yeah, it's done. I don't know how I make it to the end of this game. Fair enough. But don't forget, guys, in about 15 minutes' time, we'll be going live for the Dolphins and the Raiders. Dolphins Raiders at KO Stadium in Redcliffe. I'm glad I missed most of this game, Ty says. Oh, it's been a good... Oh, Roosters knock on. Slight opportunity here for the Wires. Slight opportunity. Sean Johnson, 2-point field goal from 40 out. Bing bong. Jared Troy says both these teams are pretty crap. T. Ricky showed them this so they know what they know what not to do. Fair enough. Got to score right now, like for real this time. Yeah, this is a must score. They've got this set to score, and then they'll have one last set. Aiden Ravanello says, "Hey bro, hello mate, how you doing? Some things never change." Port New Zealand fans. Knox Corvus says, "Yeah, Roosters have been really, really superbly underwhelming in this game, and yet they're still going to win by 8." Unless they can score here. Sean Johnson off to Martin. And it's not like the Warriors haven't had chances. They've had a great amount of chances in this game. They really have. Yeah, this game has been shocking, Sapello, but at least it's been close. At least it hasn't been a blowout. Left-hand side here, Sean Johnson, Adam Fanua-Blake. It'll be 20 metres out from the line. Excuses Alien says, I'm hoping the Warriors are at my funeral so they can let me down one last time. Fair enough, mate. Okay, they got left-hand side here, Wade Egan, Tall Harris, Mitchell Barnett. Barnett taken down, 10 metres out, 6 again here. They have to score on this set. They have to. Wade Egan, left-hand side, Dylan Walker. Walker here, chance. Oh, good defense there from Joe Manu. Braden Williami taken down about 5 metres out from the line. Second tackle, Dylan Walker goes for a short one. That should be 6 again, really, for me, but it doesn't really matter. Third tackle, they have to score, and they have to go quickly. Right-hand side here. Oh, Dylan Walker. I can't deal with this team, bro. I can't deal with them. I can't deal with them, man. I can't deal with watching Warriors games, eh? I cannot deal with watching Wires games, eh? What a Boston Walker, Lucas says. Oh, mate, that was something, man. That was something. Oh, Mitchell says, come on, Warriors, score 14 more points. We don't need to see the Broncos in first. Manly will go first after the weekend's over. Unless the Titans win by 13 plus tomorrow. And then they go top of the table. But, yes. Oh, a penalty against the... There's something else, man. There's something else this team. Red Little Bat says, I actually thought the Warriors were going to win after the first half. It was very close, but they're both playing very poorly. It's been a very poorly played game. Warriors have not had a good game so far this season. I don't care they beat the Knights last week. They weren't good. Yeah. And this week, the Roosters have played just as poorly as they played last week, but they're lucky they come against the Warriors. T. Ricky Namunga says, I don't base my team from this. I focus on attack and defense, speed and agility, and also I help my son's rep rugby league team, and he is at 11. No. What he was making a joke at, saying that you should let them see this game so they know how not to play in regards to the Warriors, is what he was saying. So that's a penalty there for the Tooksters. Yeah, the Eagles played the bye, mate. But there you go, guys. That is the end of the game. The Roosters win 20-12. They were very, very underwhelming, but they win the game. Warriors, don't start me. Just don't start me, eh? Like, truly. Tough luck, Warriors fans. You got a hard game against the Cowboys in North Queensland next week. Off the back of there, lost to the Broncos last night. But I feel for you, man. I'm a Titans fan. I know how it feels to go through this shit. You want to do better, you want to feel better, you want to actually experience something happy, and unfortunately for Warriors fans, it's just the same old repetitive shit, man. But, I feel you, man. We'll see you guys in 15 minutes time for the Dolphins and the Raiders game. Much love. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you guys in about 15 minutes time. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.